Flashing lights, baby. Flashing lights everywhere.
Niggas was saying shit about me. They didn't even fucking know me.
This is my story. This is what I was doing when wasn't nobody looking.
Y'all don't know what goes on in practice or the locker room.
Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. We didn't get canceled. We made it back for another week. Heard y'all was in here turning up again, Gil. No invite as usual. No invite as usual. And I'm on the gate list.
Yeah, we was popping Saturday. We was popping Saturday.
We see what's cracking. But back as always with Gilbert Arenas, we got Brandon Jennings here with us, representing Tough Crowd. And we got Rashad McCants representing greatness.
Always, my nigga, always.
Damn, you got the coordination.
Yeah, we can't fit it today. You know, I'm missing my baby, you know what I'm saying?
Where the crowd at?
I'm gonna keep it tucked in tonight.
So here's what we got cooking in the arena today. Zion Williamson was having an all NBA level season before his hamstring injury, but what should we expect from him this season? A rule change could threaten the bucket getting of some of the league's biggest stars, and foreign-born players have been dominating the MVP as of late, but which American-born player will be the next MVP? But before we get into all that, as always, show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. If you have not done so already, download the app, use promo code GIL, and they will match your first deposit up to $100, and then you can get out there and try and get these bags like all these gentlemen are doing. WNBA, college football, NFL, NBA come. They do NBA preseason? Because I'm not fucking with that. They do?
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Take all stars.
You won yet?
Huh?
You won yet?
Yeah.
You won one already?
Should look
I ain't
at
bet
you.
yet.
I take lower.
And as always,
Everything lower.
Everything
On them stars, lower. On the players you don't know, higher.
we do MostlyFans at the end of every show and during the show as well. So if you have a good question, drop it in the chat. Spam us. And if we use your question and you use your Underdog username, we will give you a $50 bonus into your pocket right away. And as always, if you cannot watch the show live with us, go ahead and download the podcast, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get those from. And Gil, you got a special thing you're doing today with Playback, a doubleheader, right?
Yes, doing a doubleheader. Finally, I got them NBA rights.
You got some NBA? You can't keep us down, Adam Silver. Don't let him find out.
Now, yes, I'm doing, tonight I'm doing the Jordan 55 in the Garden, and then I'm doing preseason game live, the Frenchie versus Chet.
French.
Yeah, so I'm doing that game at 5. So one's gonna be at 2 right after this show, and then 5.
So if y'all want to check it out, go to playback.tv/NoChillGil. Go ahead and use Playback. You can watch Gil giving his takes and everything going on. Uh-oh. Hold on, we gotta knock at the door. Who could it be? Oh! Is that Freedom?
Come on, man.
Freedom is back! Yo,
Wait, what?
Freedom is back!
Come on, man.
Hey, open the door for him.
You don't just be ringing the doorbell and shit, bro.
Freedom is
Yo, what?
I don't like that, man.
Freedom is back. Can we bring Freedom in the building? Let's go. We got Freedom. Making his triumphant return to Gil's Arena.
Look at my guy. Look at my guy.
Shout out to Freedom.
Look at my guy. Wow, bro.
So, Brandon, we need you in your bag today with Freedom at your side.
Man, about time.
For all the dogs.
For all the dogs.
He back. He back, Gil. He back. Damn it.
He looked like he need a shower.
Where they hide him at this whole time?
Right. He do look like he need a shower.
He said, I've been straggling. He's a straggler. He's been straggling.
Getting on B words. I can't say it. Obviously, we're trying to monetize on YouTube. But since we got Freedom back, it's only right we start this show talking about dogs. So Drake dropped his new album For All the Dogs this past Friday, 6 a.m. for some reason, 3 a.m. Pacific. But so far, it's gotten mixed reviews. So we've got some music heads here on the show. Need to know. And we're in Drake's age range, too. So are y'all rolling with For All the Dogs?
I'm gonna let Mr. B go first, man, because I think he got a stronger point than I do.
Mr. B, are you rolling with Drake's new album?
I mean, I just feel like where Drake's at right now, I mean, like what, you know, he's been at the highest. So it's like whatever he drops, you know, it's either you're gonna love it or you're just not going, you know, like it at all. But it's like, what more can he do in music? You know, at this point, I mean, he's gave us like so many years of great music. And then, you know, I guess he wanted to try something new. Like, you know, I don't think it's wrong hanging with young guys though. You know, at that aspect, because the young crowd, they keep you inspired.
Okay.
And I know that from my business with Tough Crowd. So I know hanging around youngins and hanging around the younger crowd, it helps me, you know, with things that I do with my company. So, I mean, I get it.
Man, don't tell me it's for the dogs and you fucking singing and shit like you one of the cats, man. I don't like that shit, man. I was expecting for the dogs. Woo, 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 woo. You gave me a bunch of, you gave me some meow shit.
So you wanted like more rap?
I wanted all rap. Drake, give me the first album where it's all rap. No cap.
What first album?
So Far, Take Care? Or So Far,
Where it was all rap?
Yeah,
Nah, he ain't never had no all rap album.
No.
I mean, he's an artist.
We expecting that. That's what Joe Budden mad at. He like, God damn it.
No, Joe Budden was mad at the verse between him and J. Cole. He felt like Drake didn't approach it the right way.
He said he need to grow up. So you need to grow
I mean,
up.
he's been attacking him every CD, right? So, I mean, it seems like Drake just outsmarted everyone else in a sense where he's been vampiring. When you get to a certain age, you know, no, I mean, you know, it's smart. You've been vampiring, which means, you know, if you're at the top here, the only way you can stay up is to go down, right? And go to these young guys that's popping, that you know is about to change a wave, and you say, hey, I want to be on your song. Of course, they're gonna be like, hell yeah, Drake, because you put them on too. They put you know, so they keep boosting him back up. So that's the reason he looks at who's about to be popping, and he rides that wave back to the top.
Yep.
I mean, you know, you can't hate it. Just the older generation, the Wu-Tang, all them guys, they just wasn't smart enough to understand that, right? That when this new wave comes, you can fight it all you want, but this is a young man's game.
Yeah, I mean, and who is he supposed to be hanging out with right now? Like his age. Like who's his age that he should be hanging out with?
You're 36!
Wayne and J. Cole and them, Wiz Khalifa and them.
Yeah, but I'm better. But to him,
I mean,
he's like,
Kendrick, all of them.
Like,
that's not,
but like,
that's competitors.
Yeah, but that's competitors. Like, do you know?
I mean,
Hey, it's just like what we talked about with Cooper Flag, though. Don't go play down.
what I'm saying,
Don't go play. Hey, don't go play down. Don't go play down the age range, bro. Play up at your.
he ain't playing down. I mean, it's what was it, Jay-Z? What
Nah, he is playing down. He is playing down, Gil. If you think about it, the conversation is geared around Joe Budden saying, "Listen, man, grow up, be around, talk about some adult shit. You around them 25-year-olds, right? So if that's the case, that means that his audience is a younger audience that he's appealing to because he has an advantage. He knows he can win when he goes there.
Yeah.
But the challenge as a musician is your creativity to flow up to get the people who really are going to critique you.
Who?
The older people.
He's richer than every older person.
But it ain't about being richer. It's about music. It's about the critique of music. When you get past the money, it's like, what are you talking about?
But what I'm saying is, who is going to critique him? That's in the...
Jay-Z, Kanye, Pharrell, Swiss Beats.
They're not going to critique.
You know what I'm saying? These are guys that are at that money level that can critique you. Nas.
But they're not going to... They're not battling with him. Who's going to battle him?
Nobody's going to battle him right now.
So there's no point in making music for them. We've known the older generation don't buy music.
Of course.
That's why all those older guys die out.
Yeah.
Right? So he's appealing to the young crowd.
And that's the dilemma that everybody sees that we're talking about
because they
now.
didn't do it.
Right.
You know,
and they don't know how. They don't have the talent, or they don't know how to do it.
Like I hate conscious rap.
Okay.
Like the reason I hate conscious rap. The reason I hate conscious rap is because how do we grow with you? Right?
It's called a dictionary.
No, what I'm saying, we don't grow with you. You're just talking about world issues. Like, how do I talk to you personally? How do I know you personally? How do like if you started from the bottom and then you swagging out, I want to hear your swag.
Why?
I don't want to hear you talk about the world. They're just, Like we get enough, and I watch the news for that.
That's what made Tupac the greatest.
No, Tupac talked about his mama. He talked about everything. He did
about
everything.
the world.
That like you can't use Tupac because Tupac was he did every single thing.
That's
right?
the expectation for
Most
Drake.
conscious rappers just talk conscious. They don't talk about themselves. We don't know nothing about you. What do we know about Nas?
He from Queens.
I mean, Nas is not in my top 5, so.
No, what I'm saying is not this, like, what do we know about him personally?
Yeah,
He doesn't talk. He doesn't.
I feel the same. I mean, you say Nas, so I feel that way about like Travis Scott. Like, what has Travis Scott ever said on a record that made me be like, damn, that was hard? Like,
I think
it's just like
I don't mean
it's
hard.
like,
Like, I want to hear stories.
It's preference, though. It's preference, because if you like storytelling, there's going to be a list of conscious rappers that's going to tell stories.
Like who?
If you like shit from Black Thought to Common to Mos Def, there's a bunch of different, credible artists that tell stories that are conscious. They don't sell, right? You're not looking for that. There's a niche for that. But then what we're listening to now, we're listening to Drake pander to a whole certain section of music where the critics can say, bro, you're not really going nowhere with this because you know that this is Skip to Malou rap and this is how it's gonna go. You know this. This is Lil Yachty rap. But then if we want you on some Jay-Z 444 bars, teach us something, give us some game. We waiting for that.
Yeah.
You'll give us some Meek Mill beef, give us some Pusha T beef, but give us some other,
I just feel like when we throw Jay in it, it's like, man, we got to look at Jay's like growth, man. Like, man, look who he got on his side. Look who he got on his hip. So his delivery, his approach, his perspective on life is going to be totally different. He got a significant other. Like, he got a significant other he's growing with every day. So it's like, if you're not, but I just feel like too in rap, if you're not on that, like if you're not on what Jay-Z's on, what he's on, you're not gonna understand. If you're not on what Drake's on, you're not gonna understand.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's just,
If you can't relate to the music,
Yeah,
like I mean, how many people can relate to what Jay-Z talks about?
Handful.
Yeah, not really.
I mean,
so his
with this
audience
underdog
is small.
Yeah.
Drake,
That's why he can't really put nothing out anymore.
Like even with Drake.
Jay.
Jay can't put nothing
He
out.
can't put a whole body of work, an album out where it gets everybody to tune in based off it not just being Jay. Like, we're gonna buy it because it's Jay, but like he's saying, Jay gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff we ain't even understanding because we don't live that life. So Jay can't really put nothing out and be like, oh, it's gonna go platinum.
What does Jay-Z talk about that we don't understand? He basically, I mean, I feel like it's growth. I feel like
Gold,
from
buying
album-
gold.
not even gonna
When we
lie.
talked about the gold shit, when we talked about the
To
gold.
be honest, there's some shit I listened to from back 10 years ago. I just now know what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, that's that wine he was talking about. Opus One. That was the club.
Yeah.
We just had I'm so like, hey man, what's this? It was like Opus One.
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere before. And then the line ran. I was like, oh, I thought he was talking about a club or something. But it's Drake just understands how to identify with, sales. Like, the man has his own plane. So, I mean, if he really want a big boy think about the house he built. Think about his plane. If he really wanted to jump into the big boy lane and talk that shit, he can, but he knows 98% of the audience won't.
Can't fuck with it, yeah.
They won't listen.
well, then that's your.
So he dropped.
Well, then that's their fault. Like, that's your fault. I'm not dumbing myself down because of the way I live, though.
Wait.
Like,
But you have to in
No, I'm not.
In music, you do.
In music, you do.
Well, hey, Jay said it. I had to dumb my music down to double my dollar.
Yeah.
Because he knows people. I mean,
So, but do y'all feel like y'all
people stupid, man.
Yes,
you feel
bro.
like
People stupid.
So you feel like at this time in his life, though, he needs to dumb down his music?
No,
Drake?
he already did it.
People are. When you're talking about a listener, think about America, man. Americans are not that smart, right? When the pandemic hit, motherfuckers out there buying toilet paper.
Toilet paper, bro.
Right? They over there drinking.
Wait. What's wrong with buying Gil?
The first thing you
buy is toilet paper, bro.
I mean, so that's
You didn't even buy wipes. You bought toilet paper.
I mean, people out there drinking bleach.
I stand with you, baby. What?
The whole pharmaceutical aisle is just
empty.
stacked.
People drinking bleach because they thought it was gonna help. I mean, come on.
Yeah, now that's
you know what I mean. So
That's
you know what I mean. So there's just when you're talking about rap, and there's just certain levels you can't talk about because they just.
So do y'all feel like y'all have outgrown Drake's music though? I mean, he's 36, but he's making music for the younger demo. Like, we have some young people in here. Y'all rolling with For All the Dogs?
Yep, all of them.
The young people in the studio.
Hey, listen, if you're trying to get a lady, then Drake is the one you want to go to. That's just.
I mean, or R&B right now. I think I'm just like, I really don't care for rap no more. I'm more R&B. Wow. Like I just
That's
think
even-
like I think R&B is just taking
mature,
over. Like I want
Randy.
some wine, I want some R&B. Like
You know what's so
like I don't care about hearing about how many girls you got, this and that, like or where you.
She broke your heart. And
listen, I
she
just
chose
want to
another
talk
one.
about. Let's talk about love. Let's get to the love.
Look,
Let's get to the love.
He growing up. Look, he growing
Right
up.
before
I did my 20s. I'm done with that.
He
Let's talk
growing
about
up.
the love. You
He
know.
growing up.
I don't even know any new artists in R&B. My R&B playlist is still from the
Me too.
early 2000s,
That's all you
and
need.
the 90s.
I gotta put you on.
Scissor toe.
I don't know no.
Nah.
no, I
Heard
don't
No,
know.
that new Puff album. That new Puff album's hard.
Puff album cool.
Yeah, the Love album hard. R&B.
Puff still a rap?
It's all right.
Oh no.
He's stealing.
You might have
That Love album's off the
Nigga,
top.
I'm a
Still in
music
public.
soul child still. I'm still back there.
Yes, yes.
My rap is updated. My R&B.
I mean, the hardest rap album right now is probably like Doja Cat.
who?
Doja Cat. Yes, Doja Cat got the hardest rap album out right now. That's a
The girl who
fact.
cut
That says a lot. That says a lot, man. That says a lot.
I mean, the production is crazy. The production of it is crazy.
That says a lot, though.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
She just got
because
like,
if you're
did she
depending
just get
on
like
production,
album of the year on the
if you're
Grammys?
depending on your production to push you over the top, it says a lot
I mean, her
about
production, her bars, what she's saying. You know, she done seen a lot in the last year.
Doja Cat.
So last question on this Drake thing for y'all. Obviously, Joe Budden responded. Joe Budden, very respected rapper in the game, has transitioned to one of the best podcasters in the game. A field that we're in as well, and we're just as successful, almost. Top 4, according to Complex. But what was your thoughts on Joe Budden's reaction to Drake's album and then Drake's response?
Joe's the media. I mean, I think Joe just did his job. The only thing about it is like when you talk about broadcasters and broadcasting, it's like, well, this is what we do too. So say this year in the NBA, say for instance, okay, Bron don't have a good 2 years for the next years, right? And then you start critiquing his game or start saying this and that. But the whole time you've been saying he's the GOAT, he's this and that, and you still up him. But it's like then you'll get a message online, a whole paragraph about your whole career. But, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Or and it's like, but like I like you, like you know what I'm saying, like I'm a fan, but I just feel like right now, like this is just not it. So
Talk about it.
I just feel like I don't know, like
Like
that was kind of just like because it's like, well, we gonna sit up here and talk about hoop, and you know it's gonna be a guy that didn't have a good year. So what? Now what? So what? Now what? He gonna talk about me online? Like it's like you want to take it there?
Yes.
It's kind of like yo, you want to take it there?
Yes,
'Cause
take it there.
Especially with hoopers, it's like you really want to take it there.
Yeah.
It's
Like rappers is like you know they gotta rap. Us is like, all right.
It's critiquing the game, not the person. And I think sometimes there's this big fine line of critiquing someone's game and not the person himself. Like you as a person off the court, that's none of my business.
Right.
I'm talking about on the court, what you do, the things you do on the court if
Yeah.
you're having a bad game or this and this. Your personal life is your personal life, right? But I think sometimes as athletes, when you attack our game, that is our personal life. And that's how we approach it back, right? So you say I'm selfish and this and this and this, now I want to attack you personally. When it's just like, it seemed like both of them attacked each other's job. Because he started talking about
they both
Walmart
did.
podcast,
They both kind of just
microphone.
like, it's like whatever.
But that, that's their problem.
No,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure.
That's,
for
you know,
sure. For
that's
sure.
them. That
No,
ain't
for
got
sure.
nothing to do with me.
No, for sure. I just feel like we're going to be in this type of position that Joe's in because we're on a podcast.
Isaiah Stewart,
like, you know what I'm saying?
man.
Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Isaiah Stewart wasn't trying to hear that shit. I don't want to hear you critiquing me and saying this and saying this online.
What the problem with him is he misread what I said.
But
That's
that's what they do.
They misread what I said. He thought I was calling him a punk and said, you waited until your team got there. Not saying, no, wait till your team gets there. They can hold you back so you don't get fined. He read it wrong.
But think about Joe and Drake. Drake reading it wrong.
No.
Listen, yes, because you're the media. Listen, this is why he's reading it wrong.
Go ahead,
No, look,
go ahead.
because this is the media, right? This is Joe saying, I get to critique the biggest album of the year right now.
He critiques every album, though.
And he does.
He critiques all
So
albums.
as he's starting to critique on the best song, the biggest song on the album, he starts to hear what he hears. And ain't nobody else gonna break it down and be completely unbiased than Joe. So Joe let him have it. Like, yo, you need to grow up. This is not what we expecting from 35-year-old Drake.
See the grow up part though.
But he's done that twice, though.
It's the grow up part. It's the grow up part.
But it's just like Skipper
It's the growth
Shannon
part.
saying something to KD or Steph, like, or Dame, or saying, Dame, you don't really, you can't handle what Drew bring to the table. You don't play both sides of the ball. Dame can't take that personal. You can only go back to the footage and see what he's saying. Like, hey, at this point, look, you got your ass torched in the playoffs. Like, I'm not saying nothing we don't all see. That's what Joe's saying. Joe's saying, listen, if you listen to the album, ain't a lot of music on here from my dogs.
But that's what
Ain't a lot of music on here from
I
my
don't know
dogs.
if Joe's ever gave him a good review.
He
Oh,
has.
yeah.
He has.
Oh.
Yeah.
He called him the GOAT.
Yeah.
He called him the GOAT. He said he
I
was like
remember
like he praises him.
I know what you're talking about, though. It's one album that he killed him on.
No, I know that was that line
I mean, it was
where
just-
Drake was like, I am who you were supposed to be. I became who you were supposed to be.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know if they have beef. That's why I was like, that ain't my.
I mean, but then again,
That's
I mean, it's just hip hop beef. I mean, it's just like I don't think it's that serious though.
It
I mean,
is.
I mean, I don't know.
It is, because we've never seen Drake this triggered before.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like
Drake's always triggered.
Not like
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Not for, hey,
Yeah, but I don't
2-minute
think it's
paragraph
like, yeah,
triggered.
but I don't think it's like that.
2-minute paragraph.
I hope
He
it's not
wrote
like
guild
that.
level paragraphs though, well thought out.
Well,
composed.
I mean,
He put bars in the paragraph that were not on the album. We mad about that. That was a
I
bar,
think
Drake.
As if I'm Drake, what I would be mad at is you're insinuating that I'm messing with little girls.
Wait, huh?
When
25-year-olds?
When you're saying you're messing with 25-year-olds when you're 36, so
That's-
you know.
No,
That's
no,
the-
wait, no.
I
You're
know, but as a
respect-
man,
okay.
as a
okay.
man, you kind
Okay.
of like, yo,
Okay.
This is all you can get.
what you doing?
This is
Yeah,
all you
yeah,
can
what
get.
you doing?
Yeah.
y'all seen my list. I know I'm Serena Williams. Y'all seen my list. Don't do that. Right? And I think that's where it becomes like, hey, hold on, homeboy, what you talking about?
All right, let's keep this thing moving and shaking. We are technically a basketball show. Let's
That
talk
was
some
fun.
sports. But we're gonna hit a little college football first. So Miami football coach Mario Cristobal is getting some South Beach slander after the Canes tricked off a win against Georgia Tech this weekend. They were up late in the game, like 35 seconds left. All they had to do was take a knee. Ended up running the ball, fumbled. Georgia Tech recovered, went on to score the game-winning touchdown.
Damn.
In embarrassing fashion. But this is the basketball show. So let's talk a little bit about basketball, Gil. Let's go back down memory lane. March 30th, 2007. Raptors versus the Wizards in Chocolate City.
Oh, man.
Wait, who?
Raptors versus the Wizards. Wizards up.
At home?
Wizards up 3 seconds.
Oh,
Wizards up 3 with 3.8 seconds remaining.
This one hurts.
Then this happened.
No, you gotta watch Gil though. You gotta
Mike Ruffin, what are you doing?
watch Gil.
The full spin.
We got to stay on the court. Eddie.
Eddie Jordan need the lineup, to be honest.
It was that suit he was wearing.
Man, that was a nat.
What was Mike doing, man? Mike was lunching. Look, lunching. Yeah.
Why is he even in the
Yeah.
game? Why is he even in the game during that time?
Yeah.
That's all y'all had, Gil?
So what's wild about that, Mo Peterson only played like less than a minute that game.
Yeah, he just got
He
in.
got in with 9 seconds
He just
left.
got in the game. That was his only bucket.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, he was in a doghouse. You know, they put him in, you know, that message, second one going to get in.
That's a doghouse
Put him
bucket.
in with 9
That's
seconds
a doghouse
left.
bucket. That's
But then took him out and then put him back in with like 3 seconds. He got subbed out like twice in like a 4-second window late in the
He ain't
game.
even playing overtime.
Damn. Thank you.
So what do you remember from that game in that moment? Okay, you can talk about it. You already did a Reddit,
It still hurts, bruh.
but you didn't say nothing to rough it, did you?
Hell no. Listen.
You didn't say nothing?
Hell no. Listen, he's like the enforcer, right? Anytime there was a fight, he's the one that breaks
Okay.
the fight up.
Okay.
So if we went at him, who was gonna break it up? Because he was the strongest on the team, right? The only person. So you know how you chit chatting and then you walk in, and everybody's like, because no one gonna say nothing. He's quiet. He's quiet though. But them the ones you got to worry about. Karan. Man, nah, man. What you got all the muscles for? You can't even throw the ball more than 3 feet in the air. Like, oh. Right? Like, Karan was hot. But it was one of those things where you question, like, why? Just, they're in the penalty. They have no more timeouts, right? Just get he didn't want to shoot free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Not realizing who gives it, who cares. Just get fouled, go to the free throw line, brick them both. It don't matter.
Right.
But he was scared to shoot free throws, so he was trying to throw. The muscles wasn't.
They didn't activate.
They didn't activate.
It wasn't functioning.
It didn't pie. It was flat tire. But yeah, that one hurt. Because we was, that's at the end of the season too. You said March, right?
Yeah, March
So
30th.
we're trying to make that playoff push, and
What you had that game?
I probably had 30 something. Probably had 30 something, bro. I was in Gil mode like usual. I mean, that's March.
That looked like you was having a bad game that game.
Nah,
I
that
don't
was
know.
March.
That looked like you was.
I probably had 30.
You look like you was ready to go home right there. Yeah, he like he was about to go home.
My word for
He looked like he was about to go
I
home.
averaged 29, so I gotta have 30.
34, 7, and 4.
I had 30 something. I averaged 29, so I can just only guess.
So, but back to that Miami game. I know Miami.
And Juan Dixon was on that team, so that kind of hurt too.
So back to that Miami game. I know Miami fans are in their feelings. They're undefeated to that point. Tricked that game off. But let's correlate it to basketball. What's the dumbest thing you've seen a coach do in the game?
The dumbest thing a coach has done in the game was
I got a good.
not go for the win.
I got a good one.
Basically, will penalizing a player that says something to him that he think he's punishing the player, but technically he's punishing the team. When a player says something, they're going back and forth, and he decides to bench the player and bench it for the rest of the game when that player is needed in the game.
Yeah.
So that's the dumbest thing I've seen. That you're willing to lose a game to make a point, not realizing you're losing the rest of the team too.
Do you have a specific moment you're thinking about, or just?
That's every coach across America. Right? It's a heated moment. So if you do something and you made a wrong sub, you sub me, I'm like, what the fuck, what are you subbing me out for? Blah, blah, blah. And then you take it personal and bench me for that game. Like there's moments, practice, anytime you can penalize me, but to penalize me in real time in the game, like that doghouse, like you have to be a selfish coach to realize what you're doing when you have a doghouse, right? You're taking wins and possible wins away from your team.
Yeah.
When you do that, like I'm gonna bench my best player because he was late.
Making it personal.
Fine him.
Yeah.
Fine him. Make him run extra in practice. What do you mean he was late? So I'm not gonna start my best player because he was late 5 minutes? Stop.
Yeah. That's
He gonna play the 42 to 48 minutes he was playing. Well, I don't want him to get his stats. Well, wins is your stats. So you don't want the win? The wins is your stats. You
Real
get paid
shit.
off your wins.
Real shit.
So, okay, yeah, you're going to play your 42, 48, then after practice, then you're going to run some extra. I'm going to find a way to penalize you. I'm not going to do it when it counts. It just doesn't make sense.
dumbest shit I done seen.
Let's go.
What they call him? Greg Popovich? Oh. That's what they call him? When he subbed Tim Duncan out and they tipped that damn ball over there to Ray Allen and he shot that 3-point to win the game. Tie the game.
Send it to OT.
Yeah. He subbed Timmy out. The only rebounder you got. And he missed that opportunity to get the rebound, seal the deal, get it up out of there. I thought that was dumb.
That's funny, because that's my favorite pop
I
moment.
thought that was dumb. You feel me? I thought that was real dumb. Just looking back at it, like, yo, what would you take? There's no reason at all to take Tim Duncan out of the game in a defensive possession.
Actually, they were down 3, right?
No.
Yeah, they were down 3.
They were down 3.
They were up 3.
No, they were
up
up
three,
3. I mean, they were up 3.
yeah.
Yeah, they're taking
they were
them
up
out
3.
because Miami probably spread the floor. 5 shooters.
It's an inbound play. It's an inbound play. With like
He's the
a
4.
second. It's like a second left or something.
No,
Nah,
Brian missed the 3 right there.
Yeah,
They got the-
LeBron
inbound.
They got the rebound passes.
Yeah,
So.
no reason to keep Tim Duncan out.
You
of the
have Bosch out there.
game. Yeah, and Bosch out there.
Yeah.
Match up. I'm Tim Duncan, all defensive. You don't take me out the game for no reason.
No, all defense in the post versus all defense run around.
All defense anywhere. I know what to do. Chris Bosh ain't getting the ball, taking 5 dribbles and shooting no 3. We know that. What you take me out the game for? You tripping.
No, Like Shaq. Shaq get taken out of the game at the end when they change lineups. What you want? You want Shaq out there switching and trying to guard some guard?
Hey, Tim Duncan ain't Shaq. That was some dumb shit.
So what we said, the dumbest thing a coach done?
Yeah, it could be any level that you've seen. You're like, damn, that's.
I think for me would have to be, I remember playing Milwaukee. This is my last year. I think Skiles had just got fired, and we had an intern coach, and I was like, we were down 8. It was like 6 seconds left, and we called a timeout. And I tweeted, I was like, well, I didn't know we could run an 8-point play with 6 seconds left. And I got fined. I got fined the next day. I got fined the next day for that.
But that's the problem.
But it's like, it's 6 seconds left, we down 8, you calling a timeout. I'm like, that was fucking dumb. Like,
they're gonna fine me for the obvious, right? You get fined for something that's obvious.
So,
but you know, that's when we couldn't tweet right after the game. So you know, I couldn't wait. I went right back after. I was like,
That's what they had their phones on the bench too. They was tweeting from the bench.
So dumbest thing I seen the coach do. I don't know if y'all remember that commercial where the kid said it went off his arm. And it was
Oh my!
Go ahead, Junior. Tell him. It went off me.
He went and told the ref.
That was the worst sportsmanship commercial I've ever seen. Like, I can't believe that was even like filming that. Everybody had to be like, "Yo."
They told him, "Good job."
But the teammates, to look at the teammates, was looking at him like,
It's a championship
game.
"What you mean?
Hey,
what you mean you hit it?"
you can tell the writer was trash. Oh yeah, you got to be trash.
That's why we on a strike now.
Every Hooper was like,
Huh?
no.
We ain't never been honest in that moment.
Like a referee is gonna be like, oh, it's off you? All right, switch the possession. It was just, that's what I'm saying. There's just some things that's just dumb.
Yeah.
That was one of them. Like the referee is gonna listen to what you just said and change his decision.
Hey, that ref too looked like he was on meth. I'm just gonna be honest. But so back to the coaching component of have you ever audibled out of a play that your coach called?
All the time. What?
Like, it's not the right play.
As soon as they did 5 down or 4 down, stop.
What was those plays?
You know, bring it up the side, and then the shooting guard, like either he can pop out. He can either pop out on the wing, you pass it, go straight to the 5, or he can do like a little brush screen, and then you dump it into the 5 or the 4.
So it was for the 4 or the 5 man?
Huh?
It was for the 4 or the 5 man?
Yeah. So, you know, basically back then it was simple. You need 5 down, 4 down, 3 down, 2 down. Like,
Punch
1 down. Oh, you about to
drop
post me up.
Drop it.
Ooh, this is hard to. like it was like, you know, when they be like, NBA plays, you got to learn them. Mm-hmm. 5 down. Let me guess. 5.
Throwing it into KG, man.
Yeah, but like anytime he did that, like, nah, you would come out here and set this pick and roll.
Yeah, I think my senior year in Oak Hill, I just broke off every play. I ain't even. Anytime Steve Smith said, "Watch out," I was just like, "Nah," like I'm doing my own thing. That's why I was averaging 38, 35.
That's why the shooting guard.
I was so selfish my senior year.
That's why the shooting guards don't like y'all.
What? Undefeated? Y'all lost 1 game or?
Nah, so we were supposed to go back to back that year at Oak Hill, but 2 of our star players had left before we started, so I was like the only left senior. So after that, I just went into like Gil mode, Kobe mode, like just breaking off every play. I'm talking about every time down. Don't even look to score.
Did he just keep calling plays, or did he?
Yeah, I mean, I was hitting.
Okay.
I was averaging 35.
Oh, then hey.
See, that's why it pisses us off. It pisses us, the shooting guard, small forwards, when we got to play for us. And then we see Gil, he see it in his eyes. See it in his eye. He ain't even looking at the play no more. We know he not gonna run the play the whole way through. We supposed to get the ball on the backside for the backside 3-pointer.
The reverse verse is not
happening. Come on, the reverse verse.
We like the swing is not.
We only get 2 plays. Let's execute the play. Come on, bro. We out here playing. We out here playing for the team.
Run the play is called.
As soon as you get that first pick and roll at the top, you trying to score. But he doing what he supposed to do. You know, y'all do what y'all supposed to do.
Not our offense though. We was in Princeton, so you know when he called the play like. Princeton is equal opportunity, right? So let's say, you know, Karan is on fire or, you know, Antoine is on fire. What a coach would do is say, all right, we're going to run the play. We're going to run the play. He'll call a play. The play might be for that person, but you're doing too much to give him the ball.
Absolutely.
Like, stop that shit, right? You know, it's like, all right, we're going to do the pick and roll. You're going to pop. We're going to give it to you. Go to work, right? That's what we've been doing. Now you want to put a whole... you know, circus into it. Go around, we're gonna snap back, and then come back and do the post up. He tired now, coach. Like, let's just milk this play, until they figure it out.
Well, that's usually the purpose of running the play is to milk the energy from the other team. Like, we're going to make them play defense for 18 seconds, and then we're going to execute, right? But usually y'all point guards don't be, y'all don't have the attention span to wait the whole play. Let's run it all the way through. You like, I got it. I got something here.
Yeah, no.
I got something
No,
here.
you already, like, this is the thing. Let's say I already had a ball, right? And I got you on the wing by myself, and he called a play to give it right back to me in the same spot. Like, come on, man.
I don't like that.
I was just right
I don't like
here.
that either. I don't like that either.
I'm already in the rhythm. Yeah, I'm already.
Because there ain't no reason for it. It's
I already
like,
got the ball. What we doing here? like something like that, man. Just
yeah,
like,
you
it's
deserve to break the
I
play
don't
for
know if
that.
they're like, I don't know if the coaches sometimes be in the game like that, right? You know, like sometimes you'll see a coach over there and and then just call something. Bruh, stop. No, he ain't even in the game, bro. Like, you know, and like sometimes they reading from, you know, this and like, coaches, listen, when you coach, this is when you count. Dead ball, timeout, out of bounds, free throw. That's when you call plays. If there's a rebound, shut up. Right? Just shut up. Let the play go. Let's see what your offense got versus in the middle of a fast break, you calling a play because naturally the guard's gonna look here. Now everybody got to scramble around. The whole energy is off.
So is the onus on you as a point guard to know which plays to call in the moments? So instead of looking over here to him, waiting for him to call the play, let's just say we got 3-4 straight possessions, no timeouts, no out of bounds, no nothing. Everything is just going. Every time down, are you calling the play? Are you just playing it off the fast break? How is a point guard actually facilitating calling the plays and running the offense without looking to the head coach?
It's the flow, you know, like, you know, what's the matchups? You know, who hasn't touched the ball, who's hot, right? You know, like, is the 5-man here, my 5-man's here, you know, let's go straight into a pick and roll, right? You can see it, that's why we play the game. But, you know, it's still two different views. You know, they got the sideline view there, you know, we got the 2K view, right? They got the courtside view, we got the 2K. So we have different views, so he might see something that I can't see, right? So he might call a play, and then I'll see it, and it's like, yeah, he has a little on him, but he's scary. First of all, that's his wrong side anyway, so he ain't gonna be able to do the move over there anyway, so nah, we're gonna run it over here like this, right? You know, there's times where, I mean, me and Eddie used to talk like, yo, why you keep slowing down the fast break? And he said it, yo, when I call a play, it's not for you. He said the offense is for the rest of the team to feel the ball. So he said, when I call a play, I'm seeing the energy in them. They feel like they're not touching the ball. Right? They're not touching the ball, so I'm calling it so they can get a feel like they're doing something. So we had to have that conversation like, all right, so when he started calling plays, I already knew. All right, one of them over there pouting.
Somebody mad.
All right, go ahead and touch the ball.
I was about to ask that too, like what's the dynamic between that as a point guard clashing with your coach if he want to run, you on the side, pick and roll, he want to run something else, maybe like a 4 down, but you about to come into a pick and roll. Is that something that gets on your nerves when you're trying to actually facilitate a flow I know
it's not going to work, but I'm going to run it anyway.
You're going to run it anyway? Then you going to look at him?
Yeah. I'm just running anyway. Like, that's what you call it. Yo, I got one. Yo, have y'all ever been iced out in a game? Like have
freeze out?
Yeah, freeze out. Have you ever freeze you out?
100%.
Like, have you ever got it going and they freeze you out?
Oh, yeah.
It could be pickup. It could be anything.
Hell yeah.
Never?
Hell yeah.
I have.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like you came out hot and then like they just stopped passing you the ball.
Yes.
You ain't never heard?
You the point guard.
I mean, it could be anything. It could be like, I mean, it's not like, I'm just saying it could be a pro-am game. It could be anything. Like, I'm just saying, like, not in the NBA for sure, but I'm just saying.
No, I was too petty for that. I called timeout.
That shit happened to me. I had a game against Josh Shelby, and during the lockout in Baltimore. I came out first 15, and then after that they didn't pass me the ball because they was like, man, it's Baltimore. This our thing.
Oh, were you playing with the Baltimore squad?
No, it was during the lockout year, right? It was during the lockout, and that's when we were. That's where everybody was going around.
Yeah,
playing.
no, for sure. But who was on your team?
It was just it was just me, but no other pros. It was KD and Josh Shelby on the other team. But you know, I'm coming from Cali, and this is when I think like the week later we played, you know, LA versus.
Y'all was in Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah.
But what I'm saying, so you play with some like regular Baltimoreans?
Yes. But it was just a game. They was like, yo, KD in, like, yo, come by. I was working at Under Armour, and then me and Josh Shelby just had the one-on-one like before. Then we had it again. Then I was going at Josh, and then like second half they just like, nah.
Nah, see, you gotta
too much Cali love.
You gotta bring some Los Angelinos with you. That's
But it's all love though.
Yeah,
I still love you more.
for that, bro.
No, it happens, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what was it? Summer League. I had 30 at half. I was trying to break that 42 record. Didn't see that moment. Didn't see it the second half. Randy Ford, Craig Smith, and a couple other didn't see it.
Damn.
Didn't smell it.
Craig Fairfax,
hot.
very on.
I was hot.
We gonna bring Craig on the show.
Like, yeah, they're NBA though.
Yeah. Oh, it happened in the real game, the Timberwolves though. Randy
Bro, do
Ford.
y'all know y'all have timeouts?
Oh, I went
game.
in at the timeout, bro. I went in.
I'm just saying like a pro. I'm not saying the NBA, no, never, or real, but I'm saying like a pro-am and like, no.
You ice me, you be on a fast break.
Yeah.
Getting ready to get lit. Timeout. Timeout.
Let me holler at you.
I messed the whole fast break. 2-on-1. Timeout, man. Let's go.
Straight up, bro.
Let's go. So check it out.
Check it out.
Draw a play out of halftime.
So, last question for y'all in this segment, and you know, we're gonna have a little therapy session. What's the most disappointing L you took in your career?
Disappointing L.
Heartbreaking, even, if you will.
Probably that Cavs game 6 at home in the playoffs, where the one everybody see where LeBron did that. Because, you know, I had to hit the three. You know, I had to hit the three to get us to overtime.
Yeah.
Right? I had to get us to overtime. And then just how it panned out, just like the Mo Williams. Damon Jones comes into the game, ain't played damn near all series, and then comes in and hits that shot. And then that ends our season.
You still think about it?
Yeah, because it's always on Instagram.
That's the main. Anytime you say anything, like, you missed a free throw.
Missed some free throws.
I think my sophomore year at Dominguez, it was my last game too. I think we lost in the playoffs against Villa Park.
Ooh.
I think, one of them schools, but they came all the way to Compton College and played us, and we lost at Compton College in our background in front of everybody. That's when I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Yeah, and the next year I left Dominguez and went to Oak Hill.
Damn.
I knew my career.
If y'all would have won that game, you think you would have stayed?
Probably not, but just losing to like, I wanted, was it Villa Park? It was one of them schools, but it was like, some white boys, they came on down and
It's
and
probably
killed
backdooring the shit out of y'all.
and killed us. Yeah, we lost like last second in Compton College. Like, that's bad.
It was Villa Park. See, we got an expert research team.
Yeah, Villa Park. Yeah, we lost it. I remember that. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm going to Oak Hill.
I don't take a lot of L's, man, especially when I get to the place I need to get to. We usually take it over the top, but I did take a L last season, season 1. Folks talking about my knockoff shoes.
They're not.
My Jordans. I took a major L with that.
Listen to what he said.
I took a major L. I don't take L's, man, but I took an L. You know, y'all, you Miko and them, y'all tore my ass up. I don't like that still. I still got a little.
There's some lingering, B. I see it in the chat.
You can't, listen, you can't.
Hey, and that started with the producers. I ain't even gonna say no names, but y'all let that slide. Y'all let it slide. And I took the L. Y'all can't never say I don't take my L's. You can't never say I don't take my L's, Gil. You can't say I don't take my L.
No, what I'm saying. Oh, did I turn this off?
I'm crying.
He's in my ear right now saying people die every day, B. You be all right.
No, I got shot. I got shot. Hey, look, I don't walk the same. I don't wear socks the same. I don't wear. Listen.
Hey, you know your Timberwolves team was not that good, right?
We were all right.
No, I'm just saying, when you say, yeah, you took them over, like, y'all wasn't that good.
No, I'm talking about all the other teams. I'm not talking about NBA teams. I'm talking about
oh, okay, because I know someone who was averaging like 35 against y'all. I'm just saying, you know, I mean,
I ain't
want to bring it up.
Whoever it was, he ain't guard me.
Listen,
whoever it was, he wasn't guarding me. You can guard Marco Yarch and them.
I'm just saying who's guarding.
He was guarding Marco
Did
Yarch.
I ever guard each other?
Yeah, he had to get out there.
Hey, look.
He had to get out there.
He was guarding Marco Yarch and them.
39, 35. He had to get out there.
I would guard Karan.
His little 16 minutes. He had to get out.
Hey, that's Karan and Antoine.
Big
Karan,
fella.
and I had 21 a couple times against them.
Big fella. This ain't what you want, young fella.
He was going crazy.
This ain't
he was
what
going
you
crazy.
want,
I'm not
young
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But you know he don't want to switch.
Yeah.
Switch. No, time out. Deshaun, come get him.
All right, so let's get this thing moving. Let's talk about the current state of the NBA. So the NBA adjusted the rip-through rule back in 2011, changing it from a shooting foul to a non-shooting foul. Gil, I feel like you're not a fan of that. But now, according to CBS Sports' Colin Warhenniger, the league is taking it a step further. A rip-through that isn't a genuine shot attempt will be deemed a no call. So we've got some video examples here. Kevin Wayne Durant.
Oh, yeah.
So they say he's ripped through away from the basket.
Oh, yeah.
So they're not calling that. And then here's CP3 doing it.
I don't know.
Ooh.
That's too much. It's too much, CP.
So it's specifically in regards to the offensive player either moving the ball upward while facing away from the basket or moving the ball upward in a direction away from the basket. So the move's been a staple in the league and heavily utilized by players like KD, CP3, other stars.
Tim Duncan, just where it started from. Tim Duncan.
So thoughts on no calls for rip-throughs?
Are you allowed to hand check? No, right?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so the reason you're penalizing the offense again for something that the defense shouldn't be doing. So if you have your hand there and I catch it, right, you don't want to call it now? It just doesn't make sense. So it's not a foul. So this is not legal position.
As long as he's not touching him.
This is not legal position. So if I come up, that's nothing.
Right.
I guess not now.
Yeah.
I mean, but to go back to what you said, like, why do I have to stop doing what I'm doing because you stupid? Or like, you know, you don't
Because you blatantly go out of the way to try to create a foul. That's what it is. You're blatantly going out of your way to try to create contact. But that's like an offensive foul.
How?
Because you're going out of your way to the defense is being in a stagnant position, and you're going out of your way to create contact. That's not a defensive problem. That's an offense trying to create contact.
So you think it should be an offensive foul?
It's an offensive. They not giving it an offensive foul. They're giving it a no call.
Right.
So it would be if you go into, like you used to go to the rack looking for contact, and you got that contact, and that guy's doing this, that's a foul on him. But they changed it where if he was to get that contact straight up, no call.
Did they change?
Right? So it's not saying that Gil wouldn't get those calls, but it would look differently knowing that he not going to get that call. He got to finish that now. So now we're looking at, instead of you just getting this foul right here, it's a no call, bro. What are you doing? You could travel now.
So this is good defense then, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Now they're saying that's good.
That's good defense.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you're fouling, like what's a foul? If you're ripping through while I'm doing this, how is that a foul? Because you're not really going to do nothing.
I mean, I just feel like if you're able to do this, then we should be able to hand check then.
As long as I'm not touching you. As long as I'm not. This is just like a fabricated defense, just like anything else. It's just in your way, just to get you to
So
think.
if you have your hands out like this, right, and then I get clotheslined by it, that's not a foul?
That is a foul.
Why?
Because this is your defensive position. You're trying to stop me with part of your body. And if you, like you do, run into this and underhook it and all that, yeah.
So what's the difference between here?
It ain't. The difference is you're going out of your way to create that contact. You're just running beside him.
See, it's like, why are we penalizing someone for being smart? It's no different than I'm coming in lane and then pump fake, right? You jump and then I jump into you.
Foul.
Right?
Foul.
Okay.
Stay down. You're supposed to be a defensive player. Stay down. You know this is not legal.
It is.
So don't let me catch it.
It is legal.
No, this is not legal defense.
Why not?
You're not supposed to do that.
What you mean?
They say your defense is supposed to be like this, right?
No.
How you get taught to play defense?
No. If I'm playing, look, if I'm guarding Gil, if I'm guarding you, 1-4 flat, and I gotta guard you before you put it down. I'm guarding you here.
Okay.
I'm guarding. Now, if you want to do, you're not shooting the ball. You just trying to get the foul.
Move your hand.
No, for what? For what?
So this is right here. No.
But you're not making a move towards
But
the
even if I
basket.
don't even make it, but like you said, like let's just do that. If I have it like this, that's not a foul.
That is
when
a
it, when
foul.
it becomes
That's
a
a
foul.
foul,
Okay,
yes.
so when does it become a foul? That's what I'm
It
saying. So
becomes a-
how long does it before it becomes a foul?
But you're not shooting.
I
You're
don't
just
need-
trying to create contact.
They took that off. They took off the shooting foul.
You're right.
So now if I just hold it here and he just has his hand on there, that's considered a foul. So why take off the whole movement? Just say foul, boom.
Yeah.
How come the best defenders don't get caught like this? We're not talking Clay don't get caught like that. You know,
Pat Bev.
Pat Bev don't get caught like that. Kawhi don't get caught like that.
Draymond
The
don't.
best of the best. So what happens is the best defenders don't get caught. The best offensive players catches the weak, right? There's things on the defensive end that the defense gets away with against weaker offensive players, right? So what you're doing is you're trying to make bad defensive players look better. You can't.
But,
Right?
hey,
You're full court in the penalty. Think about it. You're full court in the penalty picking someone up. What do you think is going to happen?
A foul.
He's going to try to get a foul. If you're sticking me full
Yeah.
court and we're in the penalty, my whole job while you're sticking me is
to
to
go.
try to get a foul.
Yeah, to
go
Drive,
get the
boom,
ball.
boom. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get so I can just walk and get a free throw line.
Yeah.
Get free throws. So why are you penalizing me for being smarter than the guy in front of me?
Well, here's the reason. That defensive tactic, this one particularly, is one to frustrate the offensive player. There's not a lot you can do if I'm playing defense like this and you're not trying to swipe through. I can get to your shot. I can affect your dribble. I can do everything in my power here without getting a foul to crowd your space. Usually when you see KD doing that, right, he looks frustrated. Like that's a guy who's guarding him, that's frustrating him, that he's like, get him off me so I can get some room. Now the defender, if he gets that foul, he has to back up now. Now I know KD is on this, I gotta give him more space, right? That's the smarts that you're talking about. But they're taking that away now because KD, you're supposed to be good enough to be able to get to your spots without this frustration.
But you should be able to stop me without that tactic. Like that's what I said.
But that's the only tactic we got because they're calling the knick-knack fouls on the drive. I can't already guard you already. I can't guard you.
If I see the best defenders, like the best, like the elite defenders complaining about this, then yeah, it makes sense. But you're changing the rule for, you know,
Niggas can't play defense.
like you're just you're taking away everything that has to do with understanding rules. Like if I'm driving and it says no hip check, right? You can't hip check me, right? Now, if I'm driving and you're hip checking me and I catch your arm, I caught him.
Yep.
I caught him in the cookie jar, caught a foul.
Right.
Like don't say, like I used to do this thing, like you know how you just sit there and then someone has his hand and I'll slap.
Yes.
Right? And then the ref like, first the ref say, get your hand off of him. And I'm like, all right, get it off.
Right.
And he put it back on, get it off. They'll call offensive.
Yeah, offensive foul. Yeah.
Like, dude, you just told him to get it off twice.
And then he still put
And the reason I'm smacking it is because you're telling him to get it off. Call the first one. I don't have to have the reaction.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem. They're not calling the first initial foul. You're penalizing the person for reacting.
Yep.
That's what I don't like about refs. Like if the hand is on and you smack it, it's either a no call or you called the first one.
100%.
Stop calling the guy who's reacting to something that's illegal.
Yeah, or the guy who's more hostile, who's looking more hostile.
For sure.
I guess on the flip side of that, though, so now it's not a foul anymore, but as an offensive player, you can still do that rip through for a no call. Is that kind of your way of slapping your hand off? Like if I,
Yeah, because the rip through
As long
can
as
be,
they don't
I mean,
call-
because the rip through could be, like you
Yeah.
said, the rip through could be a pass. Like, what if you're trying to pass? And then, so what, now it's nothing because
Yeah,
you
that's
were
what I
trying to
said.
pass?
That's what I said.
Like, so now it's nothing, so now it's like a turnover?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like it's no contact. But the problem is going to happen is offensive players just too fucking smart. They're smarter than what you're trying. So now you got someone doing this, right? You got someone doing this, come on. Right? And I come here, right? And you're going to sit there, and then I'm just going to go forward.
100%.
I'm going to just go
That's
forward.
what I'm saying. Like you can
I'm
use
going to
it
swipe
after
up
You got-
and just hold him, and then I'm going to go forward because he's sitting there like this the
But
whole
that's
time.
the adjustment that the offense needs to make, though.
Yeah.
In order for it to not look like KD and CP, where it's so blatantly obvious that you're trying to get the foul. Now you have to change your offensive tactic, step through, make it look more like a shot and a foul. And it's like, hey, get
That's
him
what
off.
I'm just gonna. He's just gonna hold it out, I'm just gonna hit his arm. They're not gonna call it. Then I'm just gonna drive because he can't do nothing like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it up there and then just drive on him.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, there's a way. Basically, obviously, this rule I think was meant to punish offensive players for doing that by making a no call. But now, if you can use that to your advantage, what you're saying,
Listen,
offensive guys.
the people who make the rules ain't playing basketball. That's the problem. They're not playing basketball. They're looking at something. They're looking at something. That's part of a bigger thing. Like Tim Duncan used it. Like the reason I'm using it is to back it up. Now, if you back it up, I can shoot.
Yep.
Right? Now, when I shoot, now you're gonna do this. Now I can do that. Right? It's a chess game. So all this is you throw that. All I'm doing is just gonna hold it. It didn't go. That it makes it easier for me. Yeah, I might not get the three or the free throw, but I'm gonna burn him every time.
Let me say this though. As a one-on-one player, when we're playing ones, there's certain tactics as a defender that you give us that we got to identify immediately, right? So if you're playing that type of defense, we got to identify it and go to a whole nother bag. Because we know this type of defense, all right, this is what you want. Okay, so I know I'm gonna have to hit you with the fake joint. You're gonna have your hand in there. I gotta make sure as soon as you come back, I'm up with it. I got, like, it changes my bag, but it doesn't change the tactic of how to get past you. I'm still trying to get by you, look to the second level of defense. But if you're gonna play like this, I know you have more of a chance of fouling me than you do of defending me.
Yeah. Chop down.
So do we feel like
what I'm saying is you hold. No.
It didn't work because they're gonna move their feet.
Right. So instead of us going up, all you do is just chop down.
Chop down. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. I'm hold it here. Instead of going this way, I'm just go this way. It goes drive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
What happened to this? Remember this when we were younger?
Close out. Close out.
the dig.
Dig the ball.
Right here.
Get the ball.
Keep it right here. Keep it here. Like,
did that
the whole
dig
life.
ever really actually do anything?
Nothing.
Yeah. You can hit
crossover.
Yeah.
It stopped a lot of crossover.
Hey.
No, it did not. It ain't.
Ron Artest.
Right here.
Ron
over.
Artest.
Right
Give me that.
Right over.
Yeah.
And then right here it came right over.
You're right.
Right here.
Over
Then
the
it was
top.
like this.
If you didn't learn the over the top.
It's like, man, what we did.
Same thing. You remember what defensive players, when you shoot and they do all this?
Yep.
Right? Offensive players realize, as soon as you do this, I'm gonna go forward, foul. Then that's when they stop doing that. Now you don't do that no more because offensive players work all summer on defensive ruling. Yeah. Defensive players don't spend no time trying to guard offensive players in the summer. No.
So you said offensive players are basically scammers, though. They're always like, we always have a new scam. You never go to scam.
I'm talking about shoot the ball and foul yourself while you're shooting that shit. Hey, Rev.
That's sick.
Hey, Rev. Hey.
I respect it. I mean, when we talk about points of emphasis, do we think like refs are some like deep dark layer just watching footage? All right, who can we hate on this season? Who can we hate on this season?
Can you still? Oh, my bad. Yo, can you still hit somebody's hand after they shoot?
No,
I remember when I first came in, my rookie year, I was playing against Mike Bibby. He used to tell me, he was like, yo, when you shoot, just hit their hand after.
That's dumb though. Huh? Why even do it?
Because the shot gone.
Yeah, but it was just different. I was just like, after I shot, I was like, what are you doing? He was like, you could do it.
What's so funny is like, when I see kids do that, right? You shoot, they'll do this, right? Or they'll hit your knee.
Yeah.
And I used to say, why? What's the point of that? I said, it's pointless because, one, you didn't challenge the shot. Two, if a ref sees it, they're gonna possibly call a foul. Yeah. You just got a foul for no reason. Now he shoot. It's just a dumb thing. Like if you wasn't there close enough.
Move.
Just whatever. But sitting here doing little shit like that, it's just dumb. Either challenge your shot or just keep running by. Just a little thing. It's just dumb.
I'm in your head.
It's uneducated.
I'm in your head. That's it. Sometimes it worked.
Yeah.
Maybe not for a player who's mentally strong like you.
I'm young.
Right? Because we play for that. Like I used to tell my trainer to hit me on my leg. Make sure you hit me on the elbow every single time I shoot, just so I'm familiar with what it feels like, so it don't throw me off mentally. But some guys, you can do that. Hit them in their hand, bump them on the side, come down like they about to fall on your feet. They looking down before they land.
Like I'm trying to figure out.
I used to sell that. I used to be falling all over the place.
When do they know it's not a shooting foul? Like how are they going to determine it's not a shooting foul?
Yeah.
So I think based on what and this is just coming off of, so specifically in regards to the offensive player either moving the ball upward while facing away from the basket or moving the ball upward in the direction away from the basket. I think that's the more point.
Away from the basket.
If you're doing it away from, so you're not going into an actual shot, but I don't know.
Man, we about to have a lot of, it's going to be a lot of challenges this year.
What I'm saying is how many people what they need to do is look at how many shots when a guy doesn't do it and they shoot, and look at that percentage.
Yeah.
Because if this is how some people shoot, because this, because you're going to practice that, that becomes that person's regular shot, right? If you're saying now, I get the ball here and I'm supposed to just go straight up and shoot and that's my form, when I'm by myself and there's nobody there, but if there's a defensive guy doing this, if he's doing this, so how am I supposed to just, 1945, his hand's right here.
That's
his hand's right here. Why am I going to go straight up?
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta go around the arm. Like, what are you talking about?
It's not 1945.
Like, you see Joker sits there and do this, and then, he figures out how to get around his arm. It just doesn't make sense. So if I turn and face, right? If I'm turning face and he's sitting there doing this, and then I'm right under the basket and I do one of those, that's not a foul, shooting foul? What is that? No call now? Like,
it's triple threat,
they need to stop making hard decisions.
No, that's true.
It's a hard decision.
You come down and do this, right?
Yeah.
So that means we gotta take it way up here now, because so now you gotta go like this instead of just being able to.
Tactically, as a defender, I'll be going against these dudes at 24. You do the little simple like that, it makes them have to. They uncomfortable.
You gotta shift it.
But look, we know triple threat though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right hip, keep it here. Yeah. If he got that there, you got to hit this elbow when I'm coming up. That's a stupid. I look at them like you're being stupid on defense because now I know I'm gonna score on you because you're playing defense like this. You think you got an advantage, but you don't. Because if we had refs, foul.
Anybody play defense like this can't play defense.
That's just that triple. That's just that. It's like they're taking out triple threats. You're taking out swing throughs. Like if I'm swinging, like Jordan does. And then he comes up like.
Dirk too. Dirk with the right over top.
I need to. And I'm gonna go next time, and then come up. Like it's just.
Damn, so basically, you can just do this all year.
That's what I'm saying.
Just do this,
and that's the advantage for the defense.
You can just basically, I'm just doing this all year.
All year.
What?
Stay close, like you're trying to get a 5-second call.
You're gonna get your ass
Imagine if the NBA could do the 5-second call like college. Like you could get the defensive 5-second call just by getting close, being close. 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5 seconds. That shit would be dope.
Let's keep this thing moving. So last American-born player to win MVP was James Harden in 2018.
Damn.
Giannis won the 2 after that. Joker won the 2 after that. Embiid won last year. Embiid technically American.
It's American, baby.
He's
American.
Born in Cameroon, though.
American.
So heading into this season, the top 5 favorites for MVP are Joker, Luka, Giannis, Tatum, and Embiid. So it brings me to my question: which American-born player will win MVP next? Because they out there hating on us. We have to assemble like the Avengers to give them this work in the Olympics.
Who has a legitimate chance?
Like who has the legit chance to actually win MVP?
Tatum record would be good, so you got Tatum.
Let me give you based on
Zion, baby. Zion. Because if he comes in, if he averaging about, which he does, 27 and 11, 10, and his team is 2, 3, he can probably sneak in there.
Yeah, we're gonna talk Zion in a second, but
Ja Morant was closest, bro.
But he's not eligible now.
I'm just saying, just for his style of play,
but
his style of play.
But going forward,
he can get them votes. I think he can get them votes with his style of play.
So here are the odds based on the odds makers that love to make bread. In order, these are just American players, American-born players. Excuse me. Tatum, KD, Steph, Booker, AD, Donovan Mitchell, Dame.
KD, Steph, Booker and KD gone.
AD. Donovan Mitchell, Dame, Ann Edwards, and De'Aaron Fox.
Dame, no. See, now that these guys have teamed up, it's kind of hard because, there's 2 stars, right? So, I'm pretty sure Brown is not in there, and he's with Tatum. He's going, you know what I mean? So you have to think of someone who's going to put up numbers, and their team is going to be within first, second, or third. So that gives you Tatum. That gives you. You can get Anthony Davis if LeBron actually swings over that and he's averaging about 27, 28, and 12. KD's not gonna have the stats like that.
Why you got that face, bro?
He's not gonna have the stats with Booker and Beal.
AD MVP.
I know. If Bron gives him if
he can hand it to him.
Remember, Bron
still ain't gonna happen.
If they have the record, you don't think he averaged 27?
Hey, Hey, Brandon
12?
acting like somebody just farted in
I'm just
here.
saying 27 and 12. You don't think you average 27 and 12?
To be MVP, you got to be top 6, right? So you think
In
the
what?
Lakers going to in the Western Conference?
No, that's what I'm saying. If they won 2 and
Wait,
3.
you don't think the Lakers are top 6 in the West right now?
Well, they're not going to be top 3. So that means the MVP's out.
But I'm saying we don't know.
No.
But I'm just saying.
No. We do know.
You know,
I just saw Phoenix last night, and I just
We
saw
didn't know
Golden State.
Sacramento and Memphis was going to be 2 and 3 either. Shit happens. You know what I mean? During the regular season. I'm just saying if Lakers is 1, 2, 3, and he's averaging 27 and 12 after what he's been doing the last couple of years.
Is that enough? Compared to the stat stuffing that we're seeing?
Yeah, but you got to
these Europeans are
you got to
stat
play
stuffing.
over, what, 60-some games?
Yeah.
60.
These Europeans are stat stuffing, bro. Like, if you really think about Giannis numbers, Embiid numbers, and Joker numbers, right? These guards is not going to be able to facilitate better numbers to be able to be considered bigger than the big 3. These going to be the big 3 for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't see an American player getting it for a minute.
And Luka busting into the 4th spot. Luka's 4.
Nah, because what happens, Luka's team is never going to be good enough for him to get it.
All they got to be is top 6. All you got to be, to me, for MVP, all you got to be is just solidified top 6.
Well, so top 6 is recent because 2 players has gotten it with records like
What was Luka's numbers? Triple-double numbers?
No.
Nah, let me see.
You can't get MVP if you playing in the playing game to make a playoff.
No, of course not. But what I'm saying is Russ got it when he averages triple-double because that was different.
Yeah.
And then they gave it to they gave it to Joker when he was what's the name. Then they gave it to Embiid when he was 3rd. So, I mean, really, you have to really be doing something just so different.
It's the numbers.
So
bro.
Luka was 32, 9, and 8 last season.
32, 9, and 8. Those are MVP numbers.
Yeah, but
bro.
his team is going to be
He's
bad.
a point guard.
But his team is going to be bad.
But he's the point guard.
We already seen Russ do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta you gotta at least acknowledge it because we seen Russ do it.
Joker was 25, 12, and 10. Didn't win.
Russ averages triple-double.
But not with 30 a game.
Yeah, he did. 30, 11, and 11. Ooh. 31, 11, and 10.
Wait, MVP year?
Yes. His triple-double year, he was 31, 11,
So you would
10.
have to give it to Luka at that point, bro. And then what American players are putting up numbers like that?
What was that 2017? 30?
31, 11.
So I'm going to give him 32, 11, and 10.
Okay,
31.6.
so we already saw it.
Yeah, we've already seen that. So Luka,
That's a criteria for Luka.
No,
you get here, you consider.
No, that's a criteria for any point guard.
any point guard.
Like
Luka's the only
a
closest point guard to get there.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But they're going to give it to, like, if John Morant averages, let's just say if he was healthy this year, and it was like 1st or 2nd, and he averaged like 25, 10, and 8. Or
Oh
10.
yeah.
You know, like when D Rose won his, I mean,
He averaged 23.
It was 23 points.
Yeah.
It was just magnificent out there. It
It
looked great. That's why I say Ja could be that.
It's more of, he was more of that. It was just such a powerful 23.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know
it
what
was
I mean?
like,
and that's
it was,
how Ja, that's
and
how
it was
Ja
beautiful.
23 is.
It was beautiful
I still
too.
got nightmares of that.
I got Zion though. Because Zion,
4 times a year.
Zion, because of how Zion's been, you know, he's been in and out and he ain't been playing well. If he playing 65 games, we already know what his number's gonna be.
So, but let's talk like Tatum and guys like that. You know, Celtics going to be top 2, top 3 in the East. But you feel like they've got this big 3/big 3.5 with Porzingis. Is that going to hurt his MVP chances?
Depending on,
Nah.
it's so hard because we don't know what the criteria is. It's like, is it the best player on the best team? Is that what we're doing? And you know what I mean? Is it your numbers versus last year? Are you having an MVP year?
I think it depends on who we talking about too. I think with that team, particularly with Tatum, if they go 1-2 in the East, he can be considered with whatever numbers he got. Because it's a team. Because it's a team thing. Because he's having to decrease his numbers for the team to win because they got 2 new pieces. So when you're adding 2 new pieces that could potentially be effective enough for you to win a championship, you don't want to isolate them. You want to bring them into the fold. Give him credit for that.
So if you're number 1 most of all year, you end up finishing 2nd. You go to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? And your team becomes number 1 this year, and you're having below the numbers you had before. Are you really an MVP?
Depending on what those numbers look like. If those numbers are 26, 7, and 8, 26, 7, and 7.
When you average 29, 7,
Yes.
8?
You're still in the fold.
39,
You're still in the fold.
30.1 points, 9 rebounds, 4.6 assists last season.
He dropped down to 27.
27 and your team, you just win 2 more games?
But we go to the chip.
But that's before. We do that before.
He probably needs more rebounds, more assists.
But that's what I'm saying is like, there's some guys where it's like when Dirk won his, I'm like, y'all went to the championship, y'all lost. So coming into the season, you was the second best team in the NBA. Miami was in front of you with Shaq and them. They all got hurt, which means you're the number one team. So you're 23, 24, and 11. That wasn't really an MVP year.
But was it? Because you just came off a loss of getting there.
Yeah, but your team is number one already. But
So you're maintaining a consistency there. Now it's a consistency of you losing out the last year, you bringing your team back, and it's just as effective, and you take them all the way.
I thought it was most valuable player.
You
Is it
take
most
Dirk off.
valuable player on the best team or most valuable player in the league? Because if you say the league, then you have to use the metrics of, if I take these players off their team,
Are they?
how good are they?
That's why Dirk got it. Because if you took him off that team, they're not considered.
Hell no.
That's why he was the most valuable. Because if they was number one and you got Dirk, you take him off, they're not number one. You got to consider
What are
them.
they? They're still a playoff
Number
team.
6.
That's still a playoff team.
Because they're Dallas. They're not OKC.
It's just some years they get it wrong. It's just some years you be like,
Could Dame get MVP in Milwaukee? Why?
one, because Giannis' face is going to be in front of everything, right? But since he's going to be the lead dog, that he might drop down to 28. What is Dame going to have, about 26, 25? So are they going to give that? That's what I'm saying. Are they going to
What
give?
if Dame is like averaging like
29.
26,
30.
20, like 27, 28, and he got the ball in his hands the last 5 minutes, and like
they're winning because
like,
of
you know
him.
what I'm saying? Like he's hitting
have
like
we ever-
game winners. And
Have we ever seen that before?
I mean, we could.
Where the number one option, it don't
Kobe.
go to the number one option, goes to the number two option?
Kobe Shaq.
Kobe
He never
Shaq.
got MVP.
No, but I mean, he could. I
He
mean,
never got MVP.
Shaq got the MVP that.
yeah, Shaq got every year. But I'm just saying, I feel like with the way he plays though is different from like Shaq was more like get it in.
Like if Dame-
like
yeah.
Dame is like he can just.
If Dame averages 30 and Giannis averages 25 or 26, then yeah. But as long as Giannis is in the front, they're going to always have him as that
So
forefront.
here's the question: do you think Giannis will be in the front of Dame this season?
Yeah. Yeah.
Giannis brings he
what
brings
he
a lot
does
to the
is-
table.
What he does
Yeah.
is so easy, man. It's just easy for him.
It just depends on.
He
what
just
Dame-
makes it- he just
depends
makes it
on what
easy.
Dame's shooting from.
But how much
Field.
easier is it going to be
I
for
think.
Dame now to be on a squad like this where you can't really double?
No, look, Dame going to do his thing, but Giannis scores so easy.
No, I understand.
What he's doing is so easy, so he's going to get to the free throw line all day. He's going to get easy putbacks. He's going to do this, rolls. So he's going to get it. I mean, it could be, if he pulls a Steve Nash, with a Maury type of thing where he's averaging
That's what I'm saying. That's what-
if he's averaging like 15 and 13 assists.
Who, Dame?
Yeah.
No,
what I'm saying is he averaging 13 assists, just passing that ball to Giannis the whole time. If he does one of those, because it's something he's never done, and he averages like 13 assists with the 15, he can be like Steve Nash.
But Giannis not getting buckets like that. Them not Joel Embiid buckets you talking about, just giving it to Giannis. Like it's gonna be
Just pick and roll, dive. Ooh.
Yeah,
Giannis
that's
do
the
get
emphasis.
buckets,
We
though. Giannis do get
emphasizing
buckets.
one, double this pick and roll. We emphasizing early rotation on Giannis. And anytime both of them are being the element of defense, we making the other side beat us. They're gonna beat us on the other side. So
Nah, this ain't 19.
you gotta beat us on the other side.
This ain't the 90s, man.
Hey, listen. Dame not gonna beat us. Giannis not gonna beat us. Playoff basketball. Y'all gonna have to go to the other side.
We have
to win.
Middleton on the other side.
Yeah. We gonna let Middleton
Brook
have
Lopez.
Middleton.
And Brook
hey,
Lopez. And Brook Lopez.
Y'all gotta have a great
And Bobby
game.
Portis.
Y'all gotta have.
And they gonna have a
You
great-
gotta have
Okay.
a great game.
This ain't
you
nothing
got it.
This ain't nothing they ain't never seen.
Yeah, they did.
Who?
Yeah.
ain't the
last
90s.
playoffs when they couldn't
This
make
ain't
that
nothing-
adjustment.
this ain't
They
nothing-
couldn't make that
This
adjustment
ain't
last
nothing the Bucks ain't
playoffs.
seen. This ain't nothing.
Hey,
the
they
Bucks
got what?
ain't seen.
4-1. 4-1. Get out of here.
Giannis got-
Get out of here.
What I'm
I
saying-
don't want to hear it.
Giannis got-
I want to hear. I want to hear nothing about that drop pass.
got
We
hurt.
done seen this before.
Giannis got hurt.
Dame gonna have to pick up pieces that he's never seen before, which is having another all-star Hall of Famer beside him, and both of y'all being the element of we got to stop both of y'all now. Where are you gonna get the major amount of your points now? You got to adjust the way you've never adjusted.
First of all,
before.
you ain't doubling Dame.
You damn sure. You're not doing that.
double.
You're not doing
Our
that.
emphasis on Dame is stronger than it was when you was in Portland by yourself.
No, that's easier because we can just double you.
Our emphasis is stronger Because
can't.
you got two guys that we got to focus on.
What I'm saying is it's easier to double me when I have no one. You can triple team, you can quadruple team me when I have no one. The fact that I have a dude now I can pick and roll with, you can't double me and just let him roam.
That's what I'm saying. We wasn't doubling you in Portland like
Yeah,
that.
he was.
Not like that.
Shit.
We was letting you rock. That's why you was rocking like
No,
that.
that's not how that works.
Yeah, but that's how it worked.
No, he got
for
doubled
him
off the
in
pick and roll.
Portland.
He got doubled off the pick and roll.
Came back, rescreened, and ain't no double no more. Switch on the big and let me get my thing on. Now it's, look, we got to double both of these. They're the most dangerous duo we've seen. We cannot let them beat us.
How you gonna double both?
Quick, early rotations.
And we
Quick,
gonna
early
skip-
rotations.
you know the
we
other
have
side
to
is-
give up something.
So Chris Middleton?
We gotta give
I
up
love
something.
that. Oh, I love
listen,
that.
And listen,
I love
defensive
that.
rotation is get your ass out there.
And then we-
rotate.
Oh, I
get
love that.
Get out
You see how
there.
hard it was for Miami?
It wasn't hard at all.
love that.
Miami
I
was
love
the
that.
best.
Miami is
Please
the best
double.
rotating
Please
team,
double.
and they did it every single game,
got-
every series.
They got creamed by Denver trying that.
Listen, that's because Denver was the only team well-oiled enough to do it because they had a passing center. You got a passing center, they're going to eat you up. Giannis is not that.
Brook Lopez.
Giannis is not Joker. He's not going to make you pay like Joker going to make you pay.
But he's fast.
Yes, he's fast. He's all of
Who's
that.
coming
But if
across?
we show a body coming across, he got a decision to make.
But I feel like
got a
the pick-
decision
but
to make.
I feel like the pick and roll wouldn't even be with him and Giannis all the time. It would be like with Brook Lopez. And that pick, Brook Lopez can pass. He can. He
You
know how
talking
to
about
play the
Giannis ducking in?
game. Good luck
What, he's
with
just
that.
spacing out?
I mean-
we're letting him shoot the corner three.
If he ducks in, good luck.
Brook not rolling.
Brook don't need to roll. He can right.
Exactly.
Brook.
So we just rotate early rotations.
It's not enough.
Early
It's not gonna work.
rotations,
It's
bro.
not gonna work. It's
It don't
not
work
We
like
gotta give up something.
it don't
It's
work
not
like
gonna work
that.
like that.
Real
It's not gonna work.
defense
It's not
do.
gonna work.
Listen,
Real defense do. We rotate
I played
early.
against the Phoenix Suns with Amari and
Like you, this ain't 2000.
What I'm saying, Amari and Steve Nash, and trying to guard that pick and roll while you have someone coming out of the corner. While you have someone coming out of the corner, right, who's trying to hold, he can't hold. Now the other man got to hold. Then they made a twist where when I'm coming across, this man flashes up. They make that pass.
100%.
They make that pass with Grant
Yeah.
Hill coming up the
Yeah.
and then Amari still rolling, dump that, he's on your head.
But the reason that
On your
stopped,
head.
we was able to stop that after what, 2009, 2010?
That wasn't-
It's because we were actually rotating early to Amari, making Amari, if he got it, make a little jump or pass it to the
It was
corner.
winning 50-some games. And
That's what. Listen,
so they
listen.
never
But I'm
got-
saying, but it stopped at some point because we all recognize
old.
how
It got old.
it got old, and we recognize how to stop it.
No, they got
no,
old.
they got old.
Rajah Bell shooting that shot now, man.
No, they got
we letting
old.
that go because you got to put him in the game. We're giving him up.
They got that up. They got.
Jared Dudley shooting threes, bro. We
wasn't-
letting that go.
he wasn't even putting
Boris
anything
Diaw. Boris Diaw, we letting that go. They with us. You got rid of Q and Joe Johnson.
but I'm
Q
saying-
and Joe Johnson, it was
But that's what I'm
working.
saying, when we have-
when you
that's
got
what we
rid,
got now.
that's what I'm saying though. We got to see what it's gonna do.
Giannis is a better pick and roll than Steve Nash and So I'm just letting you know that.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm just letting you know.
Steve Nash.
Steve can dime it, man.
Steve Nash had this thing ready.
No, I know, and Dame has that.
He does.
thing.
Dame got that thing.
I know he
has
got
that
that thing, but he.
I
Nash
just
got
like
that thing.
Dame, hey, Nash had that
I'm just
thing.
saying. I'm just rolling with. I just think Dame and Giannis.
I think
are
Giannis,
better.
Giannis is a better. He had.
a
he
better
has-
pick and-
When he's driving, he has better footwork, and understands how to use his body better than Amari did.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Dame is a better scorer.
So that's why you're not going to be able to stop
But
these
you
two in a pick and roll. though.
this is who's the shooting guard?
Who? Milwaukee? Chris Middleton.
No. It's the other Pat Connaughton.
Oh, Pat Connaughton.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I either put Pat in the corner.
He can shoot.
I'm doing the pick and roll when Giannis dives and they try to help. He's coming up for the shot. If not, if they got this, because this guy helped. The only way to stop this and guard this is if that guy helps.
So we're doing the up screen. You talking about the up screen from the top?
Side screen and roll.
Side.
At the top?
Side screen and roll on the side.
On the top. We're going, oh, you on the side.
Yeah,
so you
so
on the
doing
side
the
pick and
side
roll
pick and
with corner field?
Yeah, corner field.
All right, corner
So I
field
got-
with a top with Brook lifted.
I got Brook lifted.
All right.
And then I got Middleton in the
in
corner.
the corner. Boom, boom, boom. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Okay. Oh yeah. Who in the corner? He said Pat in the corner.
Yeah.
Pat in my corner.
Pat in your corner. Oh, all right. We leaving that.
Okay, come on.
We're leaving that. Yeah, we're slow rotating back to Pat.
Cash.
Yeah, he got to hit it.
Yeah,
He got to hit it.
that's fine.
Yeah,
And
weakest
all
league,
Pat.
the weakest league on the floor.
You hear that
We're gonna
talking
make
about you, Pat?
him hit that shot.
And then what ends up happening is, like, if he's guarded, all I'm doing is just gonna swing it to Lopez. He gonna pass to the corner, run right into a pick and roll with Middleton and Lopez.
We can guard that.
No, you can't.
We can guard that.
You can't guard-
Yeah.
you can't guard
Because
it because-
if Pat not shooting, he driving. He's catching and driving. We need that because we got the whole paint clogged up based on our rotations to Giannis, right?
That's fine. I mean, if
so
Pat had
our
it, we got-
rotations early to Giannis is going to clog the paint and force an outside pass.
4 shooters.
Yeah. No, 3. I'm not counting Pat as no shooter. He out here to defend.
No, he out there to shoot.
He out here to
He out there
defend.
to shoot
No
that
way.
thing.
No way.
Pat, you hear him? How
You're
he
not
talking,
getting
Pat?
no shots.
Pat.
You're not getting no shots, Pat.
You
Them
are,
Dame
because you're
shots.
giving it.
Yes,
You're
he is.
giving it
He's
to
gonna
him.
get a lot of shots this year.
That's why we take the ball out of Dame's hands so he can give it to Pat.
Let it go.
Okay.
Get Pat off, Bird.
So let's talk a little bit about.
Get Pat off, Bird.
Gil, you said earlier, establishing a criteria. We never really know what it is. It shifts from year to year. We think we know, then some other stuff happens. So, does there need to be a set criteria for MVP? And if so, what should that criteria be?
Shit, there's a criteria that everybody know they can't read it, right? That's just point blank. I guess just like anything, when it's narrowed down to the last 3 or 4 players, you know, that's when they should start doing the real voting, and we should see who's voting. Like, be transparent. Why is there so much secrecy on? We should see who's voting and who they voted for.
Yep.
And why?
They're,
Like,
made,
why are
they're
you-
made public, though.
And why?
Huh?
And why? And,
The
and
votes
why
are
did
made
you?
public down the
So we know who votes for who? We do?
Yeah.
So who did Kendrick vote for?
Yeah, who Kendrick
Like,
Perkins.
so if
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
public, then that's cool then.
Yeah, I think it is a list.
But
Oh, after the award.
But here's the bigger problem. You have a lot of people who I don't feel like should be MVP voters. Like, they're given an MVP vote, and they don't really know what they're watching.
As
You know
far
what
as the
I'm
media you
I'm
talking
just saying,
about?
there's some people in the media
Gil
that
deserves a vote.
What?
I think Gil deserves a vote.
But I'm just like,
It should be old players.
but that's tough because you guys are haters. So for the most part,
No, we're not. We can't.
all players are haters.
Really, not necessarily. You're not hating on something you're not a part of. Players in real time will hate.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Bigger haters.
Media will hate because they have to interact with the player, and if a player don't give them the interview or
Yeah,
say
that's
something,
what I'm saying.
they're not messing with them. Like, it's to the point where you're trying to protect history, right? Like, Joker wasn't voted this year. It's because they're trying, like Jordan didn't have 3 in a row. You can't do that. That's not how. You can't do that.
They gave Bird what?
But Bird 3. But that's what I'm saying. You can't.
That's day one.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't try to protect history. Stop it. Right? History is supposed to be broken.
Yeah.
Stop trying to protect it and control it. Like, you know, and I think some of the voters are the older generations that are trying to protect legacies. Like, it's like, vote.
I'm telling you, man, that
Vote on, like, make it make sense. If it don't make sense, it's
that
And Gil, you asked Perk voted for Giannis.
Say it again.
Perk voted for Giannis. You asked who Perk voted for in the MVP last year. He put Giannis at the one
And put
spot.
some respect on Larry Bird's name, Joe. Stop
Wait,
fucking-
so he made.
Stop fucking playing around. Stop fucking playing around.
If you look at it, yes. You want to know the full list of Perk votes?
So he made.
You can vote for 5 people.
So he made the biggest problem with Joker and Embiid,
And voted for Giannis.
and then vote for Giannis.
Yes, he did. That's your man's.
So his order was Giannis 1, Embiid 2, Joker 3, Tatum 4, Donovan Mitchell 5.
Oh, he wasn't giving KD no love.
Wait. So you went on. You went on.
He
national
gave Donovan,
TV
yeah.
to say how Embiid was in front of Jokic, and then you vote someone else.
And how Jokic was Pat Staten, stat patting.
That Pat, that's the dumb. Whoever said that on TV the first time should just not be in sports. Pat Staten, like, does coaches Pat Staten wins when they're trying to get a win?
Hey, we calling it Pat.
Stat.
We calling it Pat Staten from now on.
Pat
Staten.
Pat Staten. It's Pat Staten, bro.
Staten out here.
Did anybody say David Robinson was doing that when he needed all those points and they was giving him the ball for the 72 so he can take the lead and score?
Nope.
Did anybody say that then?
Nope.
Did anybody say it any time when John Stockton was
making passes when he has layups to break assist rushes and draw. No one was saying it then.
Talk about it.
No one was saying it then. Don't say that now because players are like
Smart.
someone's getting rebounds. There's 10 people, right? And I'm out hustling 9 of them, and that's a problem.
If you're Russell Westbrook.
And that's a problem that I'm going up there. If Dennis Rodman was doing it, no problem. No problem. If a shot block leader goes to block shots, misses, let's just say I have Shaq right here and I go here trying to get blocks to break this block record, and I'm giving up backside points.
All game.
No one would say nothing.
Yep.
No one would say nothing because they can't see how he's hurting the team by trying to get these blocks. It's a selfish thing to get the blocks, right? And you're giving up weak side rebounds and weak side points. No one would ever say anything about that.
Facts.
Because they're not LeBron James or Russell Westbrook.
I'm just
be real.
I mean,
This is where this culture of the ring culture, stat padding, all that type of shit. It was Russ averaging triple doubles, right? Three out of 4, 4, whatever it was. Now, to your point, he's rebounding too hard.
Rebounding too hard. What is Joker patting his stats with assists?
Yeah.
He's passing the ball too well.
Because he didn't prove that. He didn't, like, you got to go into detail. Like, tell us how.
I'm passing.
How is he doing it? How is he doing it? Tell us how so we can do it.
He's being unselfish.
So we can do it.
I'm trying to figure out what it is. He's being too unselfish. Like, what is it? What is the criteria?
He's changing the game.
When Steve Kerr, right, was going for that record, was that not
73?
Yeah, the 73. That wasn't patting the stats on your wins.
Knowing that you're chasing that.
I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, look at them beating trash teams.
Look at them being trash.
They want to win. Look at them.
They're not resting none of their players. They're not looking at them. They're not resting none of their players. They don't take them out after they're up 20.
I mean, it just makes no sense. It was dumb. It was. I'm trying to get deflections. Kawhi Leonard, he's trying to make too many stops. He's trying to win Defensive Player of the Year, so he's guarding the best players.
Come on.
Patting the stats on the defense.
I dare you.
What are we talking about? Play the game. If I have a guy that can give me 20, 20, and 20 every game, do it.
Right.
If I have another player who can get rebounds, hey, 20, you got 20 for me, go get it. That means I ain't got to worry about losing an offensive rebound. What are we talking about here? These people are dumb.
Right. Well, let's keep this thing moving and shaking.
Get him. Yeah.
Or you know.
Yeah, get him.
Hey, students, don't try to get 100% on the test. You're patting your grades. Don't try to be an A student. You're patting your grades.
B-.
Get a B, B+, C+. You got to make this. Some people out there.
Red flags.
Everybody who's getting F's and D's, they're going to be like, damn, you teacher, but you studying too much. What are we talking about?
Making it too obvious. You got an A+, bro. You didn't miss none. You didn't miss one. I'm smart. You're trying to be smart.
In school, we do have those people, right?
Yeah.
They making fun of you.
They study too much.
Y'all study. You trying to do too much. You try hard.
But you in here reading again.
Kids, you trying hard.
You in here reading again. Yeah. You don't want to play Xbox. What you doing? You reading again?
You don't want to be in the game high, cheering for the. Like I tell my kid, you don't want to be no cool kid, because cool kids be at the game, watching you.
Ooh, shit, trying to be cool, watching you.
Trying to be cool. They come in all high.
That's a bar.
Cool,
that's a bar.
I don't want to be no cool kids, the one that buy the tickets for the game, watching you. You don't want to be that person. In class, sitting back like, look, y'all trying to be smart. Y'all trying to get the good grades, going to college and stuff, yeah.
In the back of the class.
Yeah,
in the back.
Yeah, you going, you.
Yeah, you trying to go to the NBA, trying to get them grades.
You reading in front of the class.
Welcome to McDonald's, how may I help you?
McDonald's a fine job.
Yeah. All
right.
First time.
Fix that damn ice cream machine.
Customer service, yeah. But a name you mentioned earlier in the MVP discussion, Zion Williamson. So let's talk a little bit about Zion. No doubt that Zion Williamson is an absolute dog. Last season before his injury, he was averaging 26, 7, and 5, 29 games. Pelicans were one of the top teams in the West. So this summer, while rehabbing and battling a spiteful side boo, Zion shunned traditional media by pulling up to Gil's Arena to talk about the steps he's taking to get his game right.
So the diet piece, I'm always able to come back each summer feeling good, looking good. Yep. But I would say it's more of just locking in on like flexibility, band work, because I think it's those things that will be able to keep me on the court longer versus just losing a bunch of weight and then coming to play and not being able to maintain that. So just, I mean, shit, Bron got the blueprint.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to follow it, man.
Serious. Like,
really.
you know.
I think everybody took that wrong when he said Bron got the blueprint. I don't think everybody was realizing what he was saying. Bron got the blueprint of keeping your body oiled very well.
Take care of it.
Right? Taking care of your body, because, you know what I mean? He's 39, 38, 39. So, yes, he has the blueprint of staying healthy. Like, you know, when he said, I spend $1 million on my body, you have players now, football players, I spend $1 million on my body, right? As a young guy, you don't know that. So, when you're talking about trying to be a great, now you have a blueprint to look at, right? Okay, look, 39 years old, he still looks young. I need to follow his regimen. Even though I don't have the same body type, that's not the issue. What he does, he has a team in play. All year long, he's taking care of his body. He's eating right. He's doing these things. Like, how often do you go out? Oh, once during the season? Oh, I bet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many, like, you have someone who's done it, right? So when people are like, oh, man, put your own blueprint. How? His blueprint is what he's doing right now. He don't know nothing. What is a 21-year-old, 22-year-old supposed to know when they get into the NBA? We don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Right? We just got out of college. You gave us money for the first time. Yeah, we trying to ball out. We trying to do the things that we dreamed of. Right? So if someone has a blueprint, if someone can help me, you know, make this curve faster, like how often do you go out? What was your pregame routine? What is your pregame meal? Like, that's what's missing. And he's like, so the fact that people was like, man, you should do your own, kind of like,
yeah,
like he's on the right path. There's a guy that's been like, if I can go back and say, oh, what are y'all doing after injury? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I have a blueprint now of Kawhi and Derrick Rose, right? Really taking time and getting your knee fixed and getting healthy and worry about the longevity versus trying to, you know, I made the All-Star last year, man. I can't take no breaks. Let me just keep running on it. And now I'm missing.
Yeah.
So this weekend, you know, we got to see Zion showing that he's got some of his explosiveness back. It's like,
I mean, he always gonna have that. That's one thing he gonna do.
You gotta watch it one more time just to you know, just to make sure. So you never want to get too excited off of one clip, right? But Zion looks like he's ready to bounce back this season, which is the first under the 5-year extension he signed with the Pelicans in the summer of 2022. So looking at Zion this year, everything he's been through, navigated a lot of stuff, came out on top. Even when we got that interview in Vegas, some people were asking, why aren't you talking about the other stuff? Well, it's like, you give me $100 million at age 22, you know.
We're doing the same thing.
With social media.
I did the same thing.
We're doing the same thing, or probably even worse.
So now magnify that. I'm just times that by 50.
It's like the stuff they get in trouble, you like, they ain't really that bad.
Right. Just tighten up, young fella. I think is the most important thing. But what are your expectations for Zion Williamson this season?
I was doing way worse with way less.
Way worse.
The work will always be the work.
Shit, give me $100 million.
I mean, I think this year. I think this year, what I want for Zion, I just be healthy. Be healthy. I mean, he's 26 a night. You know, I think if he could stay healthy, play over 60-some games this year, I think the Pelicans take another step. I think he's their big piece that they're missing. Healthy. Healthy Zion's a top 5 player in the league. So, I think it's just all about his health, just taking care of his body, like he said.
Change the scenery. Change the scenery.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah, I think it's a change the scenery. He need to go somewhere else.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's not to knock on him. It's to knock on what he's going to be looking forward to year in, year out with team success that's going to actually catapult his visibility.
He should go to Miami then.
He got to go somewhere where he can actually be valued as the number 1 option, right? Not the number 2, not the, he hurt, we got to bring him in slow and all this. Like, nah, we're dependent on you. You're our guy. We're going to hang our hat on you. So if that's the case with Zion at 26, 7, and 5, and that can go up.
Yeah.
Like, he needs a better opportunity for that to be magnified as it being on him.
But I mean, when you look at this Pelican squad, they got a nice roster, and this was a team that was in the top one. You know, I think number one in the West.
What's nice about that roster? Tell me.
You don't like that squad?
What's the roster? That's nice.
CJ, Brandon Ingram.
They play well. I mean, they play well together.
I'm just saying, like when he's playing with that team, they were
good.
They were
playing
doing.
well.
He was obviously the difference.
they're good.
Compared to like playing against Houston? Like playing against Houston?
No. They was
In the NBA.
they were like when he's healthy, they're kind of like the Sacramento.
I wanted to
Memphis
say
type.
Sac, but Sac was 1-2. But
that's what I'm saying,
I don't
but-
see them like 1-2.
No, they were one. They were one at one
They
point.
were one for a minute.
The Pelicans,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
They're one for a minute.
No,
Like the first 10 games of the season?
Before Zion.
Before Zion
First
got hurt.
20 games of the season?
Before
First,
Zion got hurt.
I mean, 20. I mean, starting off 1-10. I mean, when you're not supposed to for Pelicans, that's
that's
good.
expected. It's fool's gold.
No, not
Yeah,
the Pelicans.
because you end up being the Pelicans at the end of the day. You end up being who you like the Cleveland Browns start off 3-0, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna be exactly who you are.
Cowboys, you know.
Be who you are. And like I said, there's no knock on Zion. I just think he needs to change his scenery where he gets winning spirit, and it'll catapult his game to a higher level.
MVP. He's gonna be in the MVP race.
No
You think
way.
he can be an MVP?
Miami.
If he's winning, what I'm saying, if they're winning, it's
New Orleans Pelicans winning in the West.
No,
Come on, bro.
Winning it?
no
Winning, just having a winning
they-
formula.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
No
Early
way.
in the season.
No way.
Early in the season.
No way.
Man, you know them young boys always get out early.
That's what I'm saying.
The young boys get out early. Them young boys get out early.
OKC, I'm putting OKC over them. No way.
Man, he gonna
No
body
way.
check.
I'm not saying he not, but I'm just saying them compared to them. Nah, move around, man.
But-
They just need more pieces, bro.
If you're the Pelicans looking at Zion, how should Zion and the Pelicans approach this season? And we already talked about it, but what is their ceiling? If
Now,
they stay
I mean, as for Zion as a hooper, you know, you have to understand that right now it's about your body holding up. So you really have to focus on what you're doing this season, right? During the season. That's drinking, that is diet, that's how much juice, Gatorade, are you stretching after? Are you, getting enough rest, massaging? All of that really, coming into practice an hour, 30 minutes before practice. No. You might have to be there two hours before, right? To go through everything you need to practice, right? You have to baby step. It's like when you have a kid and you putting bubble things on every sharp corner. So, that's what you have to do here. The game, the first bus and all that. Nah. You ain't got that luxury no more. You get there 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock on a 7 game to make sure your body's prepared, to make sure you're eating right. You have to do all of that for this season just to make sure you're lasting the whole season. Right? You're gonna have to treat this like a real 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Right? And once he does that, LeBron does. Games at 7, LeBron's there at 1:30. Right?
Which is wild
working
to
on
really
his
think
body,
about.
and that's where Zion has to be this year. Just making sure that, if you're doing the body stuff, making sure you're stretched, making sure you're doing all that, the game part is easy for you right now. Right? You got 3 years, 2 more. Shit, I mean, no one's really knows your game yet. 3 more years before someone says, you need to change your game a little bit, son.
Yeah.
You still got about 3 years.
Yeah.
So
I think that's fair.
You agree with that?
Yeah, that's fair.
The adjustment, man, is always going to be taking care of your body. And I think the biggest thing that a lot of athletes need to take away from what we're talking about right now, a lot of times your team trainers don't know what the hell they're doing, right? They put you in a position where plyometrics is not number one, which is explosiveness, bearing down on the knees and trying to understand that the PCLs, ACLs, MCLs come from not being prepared for all that impact, right? So a lot of the guys are out here doing all this band work and they still getting these knee injuries. Knee injuries are at all-time high. It's because they're not doing plyometric work where you actually getting the energy that you need to take care of your knees on impact, when you landing, when you're taking off, speed work, ladder drills. Like these are the little things that guys don't take into account. And I had to perfect as an expert, as a fitness trainer, somebody who actually take that shit seriously now. And I see it as I'm watching the games. I'm seeing how these guys are having these injuries because you got little legs. You ain't really out there doing activation work and then progression work. And when you got a guy that big, 300 plus pounds, it ain't about
we 245 now.
he was a three something.
I'm gonna say 273.6.
270.
Just looking at that.
When you that big though, like you
When we saw him, no, it was like, damn.
yeah.
Imagine
Damn,
guard.
he looked ripped.
No, but I'm saying just, but big like defensive
Football,
tackle.
yeah, football.
Yeah. You got to. It's a
Football.
different training.
Yeah, it's football genetics.
It's different training, bro.
You know, wow.
And you see a lot of these injuries come from these trainers not being able to adjust to the different body types of every single athlete. You putting them all through the same regiment. One or two might get better, might jump higher, but the rest of them, they got knot knees. Some of them got knot knees. Some of them bow-legged. You know what I'm saying? It's a different approach of how you do that.
The weight training is stealing.
They stealing.
Stealing?
They're stealing. And I don't like it because I see that they're not making adjustments. Because the same team's having the same problem with the same type of injuries. Portland, same injuries. Memphis, New Orleans. And I can't say the Lakers because they lost VD a while ago, but it's just, you just see it. Like certain guys are getting the same injuries and they not taking into account like the plyometrics. It ain't about being buff and all that. It's about literally taking care of your dynamics of your legs and how you, the impact, how you take care of the impact. You know, a lot of guys don't do it.
You know what a study needs to be done? This is a study that the NBA really needs to do. How come every athlete is in the summer training and doing all this crazy stuff, but none of them getting hurt in the summer?
Right, right.
Very, very rarely.
Right?
Very rarely.
Like, we're going from sand workouts to this pickup game to this workout, right? We're doing way more in the summer.
And we don't get facts, bro.
And there's no knee injuries, there's none of that. Soon as we get back to y'all,
Bro, that's real talk. No setbacks, no nothing.
as soon as we get back to y'all, everything declines, right? The same thing he said. You know, I was good in the summer. Because what happens is the trainers are so outdated. They're outdated, and what ends up happening, because we had it in Washington, when you try to bring somebody like, hell, he does this,
Yes.
he get
mad.
He gets mad. His job, he feels like you're stepping on his manhood. You know, you're basic. You're a basic trainer. You're lift weights and do that. You don't know nothing. Like you don't know nothing. You're ice and stem and all
that.
Right? These guys have facilities, right? They have facilities out here. You just work for the team.
Bro.
Right? What are you doing in the summer? Are you going to these facilities and doing this and updating your no. Right? You're taking vacations, and we're going and we're getting our massages and doing all this and doing all the little, point activation stuff and running sands, hours, doing all this and coming back to you guys. And during the season, we're just sitting here.
They're telling us, take it lighter, take it light. You do
But
it
that's
like
because,
this.
like, the trainers, they listen to, the trainers don't even know you. A lot of these trainers don't even know you on the team. So they just going by what you did last year or what the team is saying, like up top. They're like, oh, he needs to put on 10 extra pounds.
Yep.
Do I really? Like,
Yeah, that's-
like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, do I really? Like, I'm one of the fastest guards there. I don't need to get that big.
But
I need to.
The one thing we know as players is we know our bodies, right?
Yes,
So it's
that's
our communication with the trainers to be like, look, man, this is what I was working on. This is what really was helping me. I was loosening my hip flexor up, getting my IT bands. I was getting some soft tissue. I need to continue this. And they just like, all right, well, let's start with some ice and stem, get the heat pack out, and we're going. And then it's like you doing half of what you was doing. Kind of gets you kind of encouraged because he know a little bit of what you're doing, but we're not going through the whole regiment. And that's why I believe, like, as a former athlete, I went through the rigors of finding out what worked for me by working with different trainers and saying, dang, I don't know what he talking about, but this kind of worked. Well, this is what I took overseas with me, and this helped me overseas because you don't got NBA overseas. So you had to really address on your own. So you start to see what works for you with all the information that you use from all these other teams. You're like, okay, this is what they just told us to do in the league, but I'm over here doing this. This was really working. This would really get me loose. But it's hard to take it back to the players because they don't really trust outside of what they hearing from the trainers. They like, oh, the trainer is the trainer. He must be right.
Yeah.
Like, hey, young fella, let me tell you something, bro. I played too. And you want to get them knees loose? You got to do more than just a little single leg squat.
You know, especially like, and I remember, I think my second year in Milwaukee, I was coming back from injury. I wanted to bring in my own trainers. And and they basically told me I couldn't. Like they were like basically like, you know, like, no, we have our own, you need to use ours. But I'm like, well, the guy I'm using was the reason why, you know, I was killing early. Like, you know, I had my own trainers from Under Armour, had my own, had another trainer from DC, a shot coach. Like I was bringing my own things because I'm like, I need to be in this rhythm during the season.
Yep.
Like I don't want to be in like, you know, like this rhythm ain't working that I'm on. Like it's not the same feel. So it's crazy that you say that because we don't get hurt in the summertime. Like I'll be training,
Feeling good. Feeling good.
Tomorrow, same time. Like
Practice is an hour and a half, right? If that, during the season. We're practicing from damn 6 in the morning, like 2.
Easy.
And don't let it, like, we playing in the pickup game here, and we finishing, UCLA popping, we driving all the way to UCLA, we gonna pop there.
Or play ones
We're gonna play ones
It's
for
like,
an hour. Like, we're putting our body through everything in the summer, but we have a system.
Yes.
And as a team, you have a $1 billion industry, and you're not out here seeking the best. You're not seeking the best. Like, if I have $1 billion industry, I want the best at everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Massage therapist, like, you have 13 guys. Why you got one massage therapist?
We can never get to them. You gotta wait. You're waiting for hours just to get your little massage on. I'm going home, bro.
We got one massage therapist. There's massage companies, right?
You can sponsor us. That can sponsor us.
Companies, you got that means they have a company that got 30-something massage people. I got 13. Can I get 13?
Thank you.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. And I'm an NBA team.
Can I get you? Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna set up a deal
Every
where
Wednesday.
on game day, your company comes here and massage us. Right? You got a chiropractor. You have a company.
Come on, man.
1-and-1, and now we sitting here with time, and then the time going by.
Trying to go to
he
sleep.
need extra help, and then now I'm like, oh man, you messing up now I messed up.
Yes.
Come on, man, get your ass off the table. Now he messed up. Like that's what ends up happening.
And even the trainer table. Remember
Like the trainer table,
Young fella.
Yo, young fella, get off.
You know it's seniority, bro. Years.
And that's what ends up happening.
Like,
Young
all these-
fella, come on, man.
Get out of here,
And
man.
you feel bad for him, but you ain't playing. But he trying to get through his routine to be prepared for the game. Now I got to kick him off the table. It's just you got one jacuzzi,
Real shit.
y'all are billionaires.
Bro.
The jacuzzi.
Bro, those are real facts.
big.
Real
And we all
facts.
got our feet in it.
Real facts.
Just sitting there like this.
Like, man, get your sweaty ass out there.
Now was no homo, so nobody really want to get in the water.
Nobody want to get in the water at all. Don't touch my feet, bro. Don't be touching me,
So we
man.
gonna be sitting there putting little feet in. Come on, man. When y'all building these facilities, man, build it like you have multiple players on your team.
Man.
Well, I ain't gonna front. My last year in Milwaukee, it was off the chain. It got way better than it did. Like when I was there in the beginning to now. Oh, it's day and night.
Yeah.
Now they got it now.
It's off the chain now.
When you when I went back to Washington, now they have chefs.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They have chefs.
Yes.
Right. They got couple chefs. So you know what I mean. Nobody waiting, and then every player has their own coach.
Yep.
To work them out. That's how it's supposed to been.
Yep.
Right, you have your own personal coach that is pushing you. Is like you're responsible for me, which means you should get a raise if I'm playing well or getting better. You should get fined if I'm doing that.
Or you should get fired.
Right, you know what I mean? That
What you got him doing
that
out
should be
here?
how it is. Because if I'm responsible for you, I'm at your door. Knock. Wake up. Let's go.
Real state.
Knock.
Real talk.
What's up? Let's go.
It's time.
Right, 5 p.m. Let's go.
It's time.
This is who you got. You got him tomorrow.
And you know who would be good for that? Some interns. Some young, hungry interns. I mean, them be the ones who be GMs anyway. At the end, the ball boys and them dudes becoming GMs. I would just hire some
5-year-olds
interns.
in there.
Or get some former players.
We got
Get some former players,
two shooting
man.
machines out there, man.
Yeah.
Come on, what y'all spending y'all money on?
Man, that hot tub and cold tub used to be so
I got
small.
I got 12 baskets. I need 12 shooting machines.
Hey,
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
no brainer.
Because I can tell you when we had one. If I'm on it, you ain't getting on it.
100%.
You ain't getting on it.
And this gonna be on it for 3 hours.
You better get a human.
You got 3 hours.
You better get a human. You better get a human out there, goddamn it, because I'm on this. But that's what I'm saying. You should have, you should have, so there's no player waiting.
Yep.
So everybody, because if I'm on there, if I'm supposed to be taking 1,000 shots and there's only one shooting machine, how you supposed to get better? How you supposed to get better?
Yeah.
Well, you got to wait now 2.5 hours before I'm finished. Like now you're like, oh man, I'll come back later.
They-
No, because later I'm back.
They going to Chris Brinkley.
Hey, I'm back later.
They going to Chris Brinkley and them now.
Well,
Mid-season, they going to New York to go get shots up for the gram. Now, because my team ain't giving me enough what I need over here.
How they do it in the man? You got the Olympics, man. Y'all. You have a billion. You have a billion this year. This billions, man. Like when you talk about Microsoft and all that, they have the smartest people making decisions. They have the smartest techs protecting their firewall, the smartest. And if they think there's somebody out there, they're gonna say, hey, $1 million, hack my program, right? And if you hack his program, you got a job. Right, same thing here. I wanna interview everybody. I wanna see who's the best trainers out there. Brickley, hey, and during the season, I'm hiring you because obviously you ain't got the NBA players. During the season, I want your group, working out my guys, teaching my staff. Like, we're gonna do something here. Yeah. We're not just gonna sit here and I'm just trusting this dude that I know he been here all summer doing nothing.
The crazy thing is, Chris Brickley started with the Knicks. Like, he was Melo's trainer coming in.
Yeah.
The year I was there. Then next thing you know, he got his own. And
that's what ends up happening. That's what ends up happening.
Because it's like he's handcuffed with the Knicks, but here I could do my own thing.
With everybody.
That's why Chris Brickley took off. I was like, oh yeah, you got it. Like, and you got the perfect gym.
What's the reason why the owners are not jumping at this opportunity? Like you're saying, it's like, why? What's the hesitation?
It's not the owners. The owners don't know nothing, right?
So was it GMs making the decision?
It's the trainers, right? Like,
is it the coaching?
No. If you're a trainer, right, and I'm coming in like, hey man, I got my trainer, man. We want to put him on the staff. You're gonna be like,
whose spot he taking?
Yeah. Nah. We'll talk about it later. We'll try to figure out. Obviously, you ain't gonna hire him. Right, it's just the owner don't know. I mean, now you got to sit here and talk with the general manager and get them to understand how important this stuff is. It's just, it's not a well-oiled machine.
We was talking about trainers. So Karan Butler's trainer, Keith Veeney, he used to always train Ben Gordon and Karan. He used to talk about how I think it was Randy Whitman's son, when he went to Washington, they hired his son as a player development guy. And wouldn't bring him in, but he was already working with all the Wizards guys, getting them right for the summer, and he's expecting that job to go to him because he was already working with them, and he was like, oh, they chose coach's son over me because it was the coach's call. So usually it is. It's the coach's call. It's like, but then again, it's like, are you trying to win if you know that these guys ain't getting the player development they need? How we change that? We need to find a solution for it because it is one of those things that's hurting the game. I think because I can see it. Yeah. I can see like, oh, I know who you work out with.
but that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
I know who you work out with. I know who you work out with.
You can see a guy and you know who he work out with.
But that's the thing. It's like it's my thing is like if this is your business, and now this is $1 billion businesses, right? As owners, you have to really this ain't just bragging. This ain't back in the 60s, 70s, 80s where you brag, I own the Lakers, I own this. This is actually a moneymaker now for you. So if this is a moneymaker now for you, you need to really invest. Like you should treat all your players how LeBron treats himself. Like when we're talking about LeBron and his longevity, that's LeBron. That's no organization.
Right.
That's him saying, they're lacking here. I'm gonna just incorporate it in myself, and we're gonna do it myself. I'm not paying attention to y'all. That should be an embarrassment to your team.
But where do you think LeBron's picking it up from? Is he grabbing pieces from every place?
Yeah, you're working out in this. Listen, when we work out in the summer, if he's in LA and he's in Vegas, right? Like, yo, what's the runs out over there? Oh, no, we balling, we boom. And when I go to that facility, watching the facility and watching how they do, like, oh, I like it here.
Yeah.
And let me go down to LA, see what they got in LA. Go down to LA and see what they got, right? One might have the runs, one might have like the medical staff.
Treatment.
Treatment. So now you got to pick and choose.
Yeah.
What's more important for you? I'm gonna spend 3 weeks there, then I'm gonna go here for 3 weeks, and then once you feel like man, this becomes a set. Your body starts changing. You can see the improvement in your game. You start like, yo, hey man, this is gonna be my guy in the summer.
Yes.
Right? And that's how these guys get on because they're working with you personally. They're looking at your game. They're understanding you. And you like, all right, this is who I'm with every summer. You don't have that person during the season.
Yeah.
Like I came into training camp every summer, 208.
Yep.
208, 206. Right? Like but I'm playing at 218. So I'm gaining weight during the season.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Damn.
206
But why
to
is that?
208 during it, because Gatorades now, you know, we travel in the plane.
You're running more. You're running more in the
summer.
opposite. Yeah, in the summer.
Yeah,
You're running
we're
more.
going to the clubs, putting, you know what I mean? It becomes,
yeah.
now, you know, we're going from looking good to flabby.
Yep.
If you see players, you know, march, look at the muscles.
Yep.
Flabby.
And they eating more too.
Yeah,
they
they
eating
eating
more.
more.
Eating way more than
Eat
you
more
running.
sitting and resting more.
Yep. That's crazy.
Like those plane flights, tons of food on the plane, right? But you just
Back in the
chilling.
day, back in the day, it was off the chain.
3-4 hours.
Yeah.
When I first got in the league, back in the day, it was off the chain. Now I know it ain't like
They had In and Out when we did our LA trip.
Yeah,
they
for
had
sure.
In and Out on,
In and Out,
on the
Roscoe's,
plane.
but that's-
I'm like,
Roscoe's, shit,
at least
yeah,
3 or
Roscoe's,
4
gotta
now.
get Roscoe's.
3 or 4 In and Out burgers.
When it's free and it's there, it's accessible.
And we used to have Morton's and all that.
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
Liquor,
PF
beer, a
Chang's.
lot of beer.
A lot of liquor, a lot of beer.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Midwest, Milwaukee, and then, you know, that's when Skiles and them, they used to come back with the oath, with Kurt Thomas and them used to gamble. That's like, those are the good days. Like,
Where the
guys
brews
sit
at?
around the table and just gamble and like have beer. I mean, the trainers, everybody used to be chilling, media. Like, that's when everybody was cool. Like, you know, it was just like real. Now the planes are different.
And you saying like how you can get out of shape real fast, especially if you're not playing. If you're not out there burning them calories, and then they make you get on that treadmill after the game, you got to do your little treadmill. That ain't enough. It ain't like running up and down 40. Like you burning at least 1,000 calories out there. Like you ain't moving nothing. Then you get on that plane to eat.
What's so funny is I was privileged. I was privileged to be put on my own. And here's why. We got my first year. I wasn't playing at the beginning. We have Dave Cowens. Dave Cowens gets fired, and then Brian Winters took over, and probably like 5 to 10 games into it, you know, practice. Nobody wants to come to practice there, so he said, "All right, no more practice. Just come to games." Right? So imagine you ain't got no practice no more, and you go to games. So my first couple days, every weekend, I'm shooting up to L.A. Shooting to L.A. just to go to City Walk. I mean, go to Sunset. Show off the Escalade. Show off the Escalade, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there was one day where I was falling asleep, and then one of those scares, and I'm like, dog, what am I doing? Like, whoa, like I'm an NBA player sitting here driving back and forth because I don't have practice, and then realize that if this is what the NBA is and I'm on my own, I need to learn how to like really work out and get my shit together.
Wow.
Because I gotta imagine no one's working out. If no one's working out, I'm working out.
Yeah.
And that's how I took it, just to understand like no more. We're not babysitting you no more.
Bro, that's
Be men.
That's tough. That's an epiphany.
Nah, it was, bro.
For real. On the way out, I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing?
Think about how dumb. I get a car wash, drive all the way to Sunset, do the what's the name?
That's 8 hours. That's an 8-hour drive.
Driving
That's an
4
8-hour
hours
drive.
there.
Why?
4 hours there to do what? Go up and down for about an hour and a half.
You thirsty.
To drive all the
You
way back.
thirsty as hell.
From Oakland.
Not holler at no girl.
Not holler-
No.
8 hours just to go?
Just to show off all my screens on my TV because my boys in the back and they dumb.
He had
Yeah,
the extra,
people don't understand
he
that was
for
an
sure had
important
the
thing to
extra
do.
beat, 22.
Yeah, I got the
8
beats in the
hours
back.
That was
8 hours
that
for
was
a
an
cruise
important
down back?
activity, though,
That was
back in the day.
Yeah.
Because
That
you know
cruise
why?
to
Think about
Sunset.
it. Growing up, our whole thing was, man, we need just a bomb car.
Sure.
Hit the bullet, just hit the
Go
sunset.
to
with-
go to Fox Hill.
Yeah, that was it. Just to go, because we used to go in the bucket and we just be hiding. We just be hiding in the back like this, like, oh, what
I ain't don't let them see me in the back.
When I got the Escalade, I was like, yo, bro, we need to put it on the sunset. Like,
Oh, that's
I got
hard.
y'all, I
Got
got
you.
y'all.
We out there. We out there.
Dumb. Just that's what I said. When people say, yeah, man, y'all do dumb. No, I was doing dumb. I was dumb.
Yo, that
Yeah,
drive
I'm gonna be
is
real,
so long that he talking about from Oakland
And I was
to
doing it
LA.
every weekend, just
That's like almost 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
like,
8 hours.
Crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's an 8-hour drive.
But that was a tremendous activity in those days.
I know.
Yeah,
They
that
cruise
was
up, the cruise back.
Yeah, cruise
Getting
back.
no
up, cruise
work,
back.
getting no work
Nobody hollering. Meet me at the Hardee's over here. Meet me at the Wendy's. Come meet me at the Wendy's. Come holler at
There's
me.
barely actually secure any work.
Oh, that was funny.
Just play music loudly and be stereo.
Yeah, I played this.
I feel like every hood had that one strip that you pulled up on.
Oh, for sure.
It used to be Crenshaw's then, yeah.
was for us.
Yeah, I never went to Crenshaw.
Yeah, but now I'm saying,
I went that
what you seen in Boys in the Hood was very reflective of what was going on. But let's get into Mostly Fans, our last segment of the day. And as a reminder, if you drop a good question in the chat with your underdog username, we will give you a $50 bonus in your underdog account so you can get these pickups cracking, best ball, all that other stuff they got going on. But first question is from...
Hold on. When we gonna start making them come on the camera so we can talk to them?
Oh no! They're messing up in the front. So yeah, if you email us at mostlyfansgill@gmail.com with a video question, we will feature it. Just know that if you send it, we can use it and do whatever we want to it in perpetuity. Don't look at what
that
that
means. You
word
got to get dressed, go ahead, look nice.
And get that background right.
Get that
background right. Get that background right.
Don't be shooting in the bathroom with the toilet in the back.
Yeah, the doo-doo in the toilet. Nasty. Dirty.
You know somebody will do it. You know somebody
You
will do
in
it.
jail? Hey, just let us know you in jail first.
Damn.
All right, 'cause y'all be in there sitting in, be
Chilling, doing too much.
My cousin, he been locked up 10 years. Okay, that's my cousin.
So the first question comes from underdog username JDK23. Said with Wemby putting on 15 pounds over the summer, do you think he might be putting on too much weight too fast?
I mean, if he put on 15 pounds, I mean, then his body was ready for it because no matter how much you lift, if your body ain't ready to gain that weight, it don't happen. I mean, 15. I mean, what is it? I mean, you're 7. How tall?
Like 7'3", 7'4". That's like
What is that? You won't notice it.
that's like 3 pounds for somebody
That's a
else.
stick figure, man.
You won't. That's what I'm saying. You won't
He's
notice
a
the
stick
15
figure.
pounds.
That's double shading on a stick figure. It just double shaded on him. He look a little bit. He look a little bit
Double
more.
shading on him.
Double shade on him.
What's that? What's the big pencil 2?
Pistol too.
Pencil 2.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they should treat it like, remember when KD came in and they were saying he couldn't bench 185 and all that? Like, I think they just should let him just play his first year. Like, he's already been playing pro.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's already been, it's not like,
It's a difference between him and KD, though. KD playing guard position, he's not going to get bullied as much. But down there, they need him to give me 15 more.
yeah, but he plays like a guard.
He plays like a guard.
Yeah, he's trying.
plays
to-
like a guard.
You're our center.
But
Yeah, but he plays like a, but
need you-
but you know what I'm saying? He has the tendency.
Him versus Steven Adams down there trying to get rebounds.
he gonna get that, little man.
Yeah, right here.
No way. No way. He
Tap it
boxing
over.
that out. I'm a mate. I'm a mate. Watch out, mate. I got this, mate.
Hey man, listen, I'm not even gonna lie. All that tough basketball stuff.
Yeah, that's over.
Man, that's overrated.
It's
not.
No.
It's not.
It's overrated.
It's not.
Ain't no tough. all that
It's
stuff.
not, though.
Hey, listen. Playback TV. I'm doing 55 tonight.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. right after this in 30 minutes. Y'all need to go over there for real. Because when they talk about defense, where it at? Where it at?
Where that?
Where it at?
Wemby
Two
not.
defensive teams, where it at?
What they doing to Wemby in 95, bro?
Nothing.
They're going to destroy that man.
Nothing.
They're going to destroy that man.
Man, first-
Charles Oakley,
First of all,
Charles Oakley and them,
First of all, Patrick Ewing, they got to play on the outside.
Charles Smith and them,
Man, I got the game.
Davis, the Davis boys.
I got the game.
Come on, man. They're not
I got
playing
the
that.
game.
Get your little ass out.
Nah, that
They wouldn't.
Alonzo Mourning
They
and
wouldn't do
them?
that to Mike. They wouldn't. do that to
Lonzo
Mike.
and them?
They wouldn't do that to Mike.
I'm talking about Wemby. I'm talking about you 7'3", you like a Manute Bowl out here.
They didn't do it to
Sean
Manu
Bradley.
Bull. They didn't do it to
Yes,
Manu
they
Bull.
did.
do it
Why
to-
you think Manute was out there shooting threes like Bobo?
Because he could shoot it.
No, because you ain't coming down here.
Nah, hey man, listen.
It smell like the gas chamber down here.
It's over-
Pine Oil City.
Overrated.
Pine Oil City.
Wait, the 90s? For real? Oh, so are we on the 90s now?
He on
Yeah.
the 90s. You know, he
listen,
can't
we on the
wait.
90s
He
now.
said the 90s is overrated.
You got enough beef, Gil.
Okay.
So does that, are you discrediting Michael?
No. I watched a little bit of the games. Where the defense at? Y'all talking about defense? This is defensive juggernauts and stuff like. I want where it at? They couldn't stop nobody. There was no crossovers like that. They couldn't move left or right for nothing.
So we,
They fouled hard,
okay.
but they didn't stop nobody from driving.
Okay. So,
They couldn't shoot for nothing.
so Michael Jeffrey, will we taking some points away?
I got the game.
Are we gonna take some? Are we gonna take some points away?
Nah, we
about to sit. No,
I'm going.
Just save it for 30.
Michael Jeffrey
What I'm
Jordan.
saying is, I'm gonna just throw it out there. Maybe the defense looked good because there was no offensive players on the floor.
I'm just saying. Are we?
Did y'all ever think about that? Back then, they only had 1.5 scores. Everybody else was defensive players, so obviously they couldn't shoot. We're gonna talk about that because I'm doing the Knicks game.
Right. So,
The
right.
just the lineup. I looked at the lineup.
Right.
It said Patrick, the go-to guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Oakley, non-shooter.
Non-shooter.
Bonner, non-shooter. Don't even know who that is. Bonner. Then you had Starks, half a shooter. Right? And then you had Harper.
Harper. Yep. He wasn't. Derek Harper wasn't a shooter.
How you scoring?
Going through Pat. We're going through Pat.
I would look like a defensive player if I get to guard you. You can't shoot the ball.
Right.
Who the Bulls? Who on the Bulls though? Who the Bulls lined up?
What I'm saying is Patrick Ewing. You're guarding Luke Longley, who takes 2 shots a game. What is your metric? What is your defensive metrics playing against them?
Get your shit out of here.
You're not doing nothing.
Still
What are you doing? What is the defensive metrics y'all play? Of course you ain't shooting the ball.
I'm Pat Ewing. Get that shit out of
Like, I'm
here.
trying to
Still
figure-
sweating. Still sweating.
I'm trying to figure. What I'm saying is I'm trying to figure out. Right. This. It looks like the defense can't score. I mean, they can score easy because there's 4 offensive players to 1 defense. Back there, it was 4 defensive players to 1 offense. Nobody even gonna say that they changed the 3-point line. They went from 24 feet to 22 because they couldn't shoot the ball. They couldn't. No, y'all don't want to say that.
Right.
Y'all couldn't shoot the ball for nothing, so they changed. They had to push it. They had to push it in.
Are we going to the 99 or are we just saying what 90?
From 80, the 94 to 95 season, that season, you can see the adjustment on the floor. They ain't even changed the floor. They just changed the line so you can see the original line that it used to be, and they made a new line. Y'all shoot here now. Y'all, hey, come here. Come here and shoot here because y'all can't do nothing back there.
Yeah.
Jordan's shooting percentage went up 10% because of that new line.
That's crazy.
30% to 40%. Just because of the new line. This is when I knew they needed scoring. Gary Payton, first 4 years in the league, he was shooting 20%. He shot 125 threes in 4 years. They moved the line 2 feet. He shot 915 threes in the next 3 years.
Whoa.
They needed scoring. They couldn't score.
Over 35% shooting.
And he shot 30%. But they couldn't shoot the ball.
Yeah. So if they can't score. So I mean, they can't.
You know what I'm saying? It was
I'm just saying, like, if it's all a lot of defenders, then I mean.
But do we go back to the time machine and we start correcting some of these conversations about offensive juggernauts and all of that? Like, if Mike is getting these buckets because there ain't no defense out there.
Hey, this dude took 523 point attempts in 99, 2000. The year before was 281, 397, 380, 299, 232. But in 93, 94, he took 54. So from 93, 94, he went from 54 to 94, 95, 232.
Yeah, so they needed. They were just holding the ball. They couldn't
That's big time.
Man,
That's wild, bro. Hey, and that's an observation that
I never knew that,
only
though,
Gil
that they
could go
moved
get that observation.
Yeah, I didn't know that about
You
that.
got to nitpick about that
That's
shit.
what I said. They think I be picking on him, even with the defense. Before, they used to use 2 hands when you're driving. They had to take it off to put 1.
Because you couldn't score.
Huh?
They wasn't
We need
scoring.
more scoring.
But it was no scores. He just named, like, if you think about it in the 90s, who really.
It was like Dominique, Jordan, Clyde, Malone.
Small forwards.
And then, like,
Out of the top 10 small forwards from the 90s, I think 3 or 4 were 6-man. They got 6-man award.
Who are those names? Like Larry Johnson?
Nah, 90s, they
Glenn
had
Rice?
like Detlef Shrimp. You had Glenn Rice.
Chris
you
Mullin.
got Chris Mullin. No. Chris Mullin,
90s.
shooting guard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
90s.
25 pieces.
Yeah, Pip.
Mitch Richmond.
Nah, he was shooting guard.
Talking about small forwards?
Yeah, small forward.
forwards.
Yeah, Tony Kukoc.
Glenn Robinson.
Tony Kukoc, big dog. That, like, 3 of them came off the bench.
Damn.
He was 6-man. He won 6-man awards. Cliff Robinson. I mean,
Cliff Robinson.
Cliff was ahead of his time.
how good was how good was the small forwards then?
Dominique was number 1, small forward then.
Pippen.
Yeah. Pip, then Dom. Yep.
I just want to, I'm glad so I can go back and watch the games because I didn't become a real fan until Penny Hardaway came in because it was just so different, right? And then that's when I started watching. So, the 55 game and going back, I get to really see, like, especially how they talk now, I get to really see what it was now to see how they really played the game. Like, I'm going to take out the threes because I know y'all wasn't on that, right? Y'all wasn't on the threes, but I'm looking at defensive stance, right? How active y'all are in defense, what made you guys great defensive players, what was the post-ups, how did you score? Like, I want to see it all. And if a guy takes off and he takes off every time on you, you're not a good defensive player.
100%.
All right, if you're a defensive player and someone yanks you every single time down the court, how are you awarded defense? Yeah, because he can't shoot now.
Yeah. Straight line, them straight line drives.
Are you talking about B.J. Armstrong out here? You talking about Steph King? What? What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Steve Kerr? What are we talking about?
That's fair.
Steve Kerr ain't getting beat up. He ain't going in there and getting beat up. How you gonna beat up Steph Curry if you ain't beating up? Like, what are we talking about? It just.
That's fair.
How much did you average in the 90s?
In the 90s?
Yeah.
100. Listen, I'm gonna just be honest from what I'm seeing. From what I'm seeing.
Yeah, like that Knicks team. Like how much? Yeah.
From what I'm seeing, if what I'm seeing, I'm leading the league in scoring. I'm leading the league in scoring.
No threes, Gil.
I don't need no threes.
All right, just put that in there. No threes.
Here's why. There's only one and a half scores on every team. So when you're talking about the Bulls, all the balls just went to Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Right? Everything went to Michael Jordan. So he's taking all the shots. So if you're telling me that I'm taking all the shots and I'm playing against these guards with my skill set and these guards that weren't athletic, these guys aren't. Steve Kerr, let's think about the guard.
Randy Brown.
With 28-inch vertical, what am I dealing with here? What am I dealing with? 28-inch vertical, what am I, who are we talking about? Harper, like, what are we talking? I'm coming downhill with my speed.
They ain't never seen nothing like it.
Now you got to guard your man. I'm making layup. What are you gonna do? Foul me? Cool. I'm shooting 2 free throws. Right? If you're only go-to defense and say we're gonna hit you hard, then I'm not worrying about you. I'll take the 2 free throws. Right? I'm sitting at the free throw line the whole time, or I'm making a layup because these guys weren't athletic like that. Like, these guys are crazy.
Today.
There's no Westbrooks then.
Yeah.
These guys, they coming down the court, backing the ball up on a fast break late.
You talking about Mark Jackson? You talking about Mark Jackson?
All of them.
No, it's not all of them.
All of them are backing it up like this.
Damn, another.
I'm sitting here like,
got more
y'all tell me. No, I'm saying y'all. I can't go past B.J. Armstrong. That's who I'm. Huh?
They say when he get in his stance, we get in his stance.
I don't know, Gil.
They say when BJ get in his stance, when he hits you with that, yeah. I'm just saying, bro.
All right. Yeah, all right.
I'm
BJ get in there, he locked down, bro.
So as
Move your
reminder,
feet.
Gil, so we got to wrap this up so you can get to your other shit. But playback.tv/NoChillGil. Gil be breaking down George's double nickel game in the Garden. We have one last question for you guys. I think you'll appreciate it. This comes from Underdog Fantasy user Let's Work Chief. He said, did you play better when you had plenty of work on the road or less work to attend to?
Oh, shit.
that had to be him.
You gonna go to me. Ooh, man, you played way better.
When you had more work on the road?
Yes.
But doesn't that get confusing? Ticket requests? What's that?
No, you know exactly where to put
300
all of them. You know where to put. You over here in this row, you in this row, and you get the front row this time.
So is it at the game or is it on the road?
I just think, okay, did you play better when you had plenty of work on the road or less work to attend to?
That's funny because I didn't.
I mean, I think
you got to do the metrics.
I had the work scheduled out though. Like I knew, like all right, Miami, she gonna make this trip.
Yeah.
Like New York, she's gonna make this trip.
And I know how I'm gonna play based on where I'm going, who my work is.
Okay.
So this work definitely invigorates me.
We talk about food deserts.
What?
We talk about food deserts. Were there any work deserts where the city like, oh, it's a work desert, not really gonna be just have work?
What I'm saying
Or
is,
could
like,
you make work out of it?
Hold on. Keep that.
I didn't have work at the game.
Ever?
No, because the way we get in the night before, so they're already there. And then in the morning, in the morning after I go to shoot around, by the time I get back, they better not be there.
That ain't good work though.
They better not be there because
that ain't good work. You gotta have good work stay.
No, I don't want no good. What I'm saying is, when I come back, I want to take my nap and do all this. I can't have you sitting there talking and messing up my routine.
Yeah,
so
go to the other room.
y'all gotta bounce.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, you're gonna go to the game. Think about it. You're gonna go to the game, and then we leave out of town. That means I gotta book your room an extra night so you can stay the night.
Oh no.
And then fly.
Just depends on how good she is.
That's what I said. It depends on how good the work is.
Depends on how good it is. No. Depends on how good it was on that road.
Hey, I'm telling you.
Gil, do you risk your work getting thieved like that? If you bring them to the game, they stay after. Now you guys have left. They're still in that particular city.
Man, I don't care about
That's fine.
Just making sure.
She's from the morning.
The flight's in the morning.
First of all, she's from the city. We're not
locals.
I'm flying in.
No, I'm flying in.
If I gotta fly in the work to out of state city, if I'm on the road and I gotta fly to work in, that's different. I need my work in that city.
What if it's like Fresno work and you can get her to LA, or you could get the Fresno work to
You ain't
to
bringing
Bay as
Fresno
well?
work to LA.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
No, don't.
If I come to LA, I'm
She gotta drive.
Don't
She gotta drive. She gotta drive.
Watering hole.
She gonna get there herself.
Fresno watering
Nah,
hole.
Fresno look. I mean, she gonna
High
be
values.
like. She's gonna be like
you gotta bring-
Ohio 10. She can
Yes.
go to Ohio.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know, but she like
yeah.
a 5 in LA.
Like,
she a 10 in
Ohio 10?
She Ohio 10, so she go to Ohio.
Like Utah for sure.
Yeah,
You know,
Portland,
go to Utah.
like Portland for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Like
That's what Fresno
Portland's a
is.
good night out. So you know.
Yeah. Philly, I might bring her to Philly. I don't go nowhere in Philly or
but you ain't-
Chicago.
Miami, New York, Atlanta. Yeah, you don't
we
find
good.
Miami.
We good.
We
We are
got
good.
Good.
And we're gonna play great. You're gonna play. I had my best games at the Garden. I'm not gonna lie.
And like mine was out. Soon as shooting round came back, if they in there, if they in the nah, you got to go to the airport.
Damn.
No, you don't get no tickets to the game.
You're not giving no tickets to the
No, it
game?
ain't about the tickets. It's about when I get back, I have a routine, and you're not part of it.
I mean, the tickets to the game is like, then you got to see her after. It's like, I don't want everybody
You
to see me
don't
with
have
you.
to see her after. She don't get the family pass. She
No
don't get the
family
pass.
pass?
We come out there to see you out
General
at the
pub?
seats. Yeah, we come. You know when we come out and we sign autographs with a
out
little.
right after the game?
Yeah,
No.
what's up, baby? You good? What y'all about to do? All right, yeah, we out.
Damn.
Yeah, we
Wow.
out.
I didn't know.
We out. We don't.
See,
You
I
don't
care
come
too
back
much.
to the
See, I
back.
care too much.
Gil, were you?
I care too much.
Were you flying to work first
care
class
too
on
much.
special occasions? Was the economy? Was
First
it
class.
main cabin? With
You
no,
was doing first class.
Just didn't get. I got to make sure they getting it.
but like first,
Economy means like I don't know what's gonna happen back
First
there.
class.
He was
work?
first class in the work.
Hell yeah.
Nah.
What?
Back in the.
You're not gonna let the work stay. If you're not gonna let the work stay, you gonna first class her and not let her stay.
Listen,
I'm first class because I'm not letting them stay.
Listen, I'm franchised. I was franchised.
I'm
I'm doing it like
I'm
No
my
Southwest
reputation
though,
matters.
but no like the first class seat to Southwest. Get them
Nah.
like the early boarding group.
No, I mean
$25.
Nah, back then in Milwaukee we had AirTran, so we was getting everybody AirTran.
Okay.
We had everybody, $200 to get everybody on that.
I'm not gonna lie.
AirTran to Milwaukee.
This was fresh social media. This was like 2008, 2009. This is what we call from my space to my place. It was straight from there, straight to here, and then back to wherever you go. My space to my place, baby. Hey, and listen, if you didn't shape up when you got there, you was right back on the flight out of here. I'm out of here. You ain't even been here 2 hours.
No, I'm first.
I just booked a whole new flight for you. I just booked a whole new flight for you. You can go back.
Like I try to say, like it was mostly like when we had like games and we're gonna be there like 2.5 days or 3 days.
Yeah, no.
Then yeah, but
Okay.
like
First class will work, not for special. No 767 though, right? No, not your own.
On your Drakey, on your Drake.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. In the back of the day, we was able to bring girls on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
We was able to bring. So if you bring your wife or your girlfriend at the time, I mean, you
So
was
no,
straight.
but no.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
they-
I'm not gonna lie, the work back then was a lot more gracious than they are now. Like they would appreciate the fact that they was even just coming around. Nowadays they're a little bit more entitled now. They're a little bit more entitled now. Like they was actually like, "Look, I'm going out to go see who."
Oh my God, they were so grateful.
What?
They were so
They
grateful.
knew how to act too. They knew how to act.
Like, yo, when the last time you last time you ate?
Last time you ate.
I had someone DM me from the past, right, and say, "Hey, you still got your list?" And I'm like, "What do you mean your list?" Yeah, you told me the reason you stopped talking to me because I didn't make your top 10. I said I had to do more to get into your top 10.
Yeah, rankings.
I was like, damn, I did that. I did. My bad. She said, I called her. I was like, hey, man, you just fell out of the top 10.
Yo.
AP or coaches poll.
And hung up. You didn't make the top 10.
Not even the coaches poll. Damn.
Honorable mention.
I guess I was rude.
I'm like, damn, man, my bad, but I ain't got no top 10 now, but.
Right, the work gotta work.
Yeah, we know you gotta do the playback, and we know that we appreciate you as fans. So if you want to drop a video question for MostlyFans, you can go to mostlyfansgill@gmail.com, include your underdog username, and we'll give you $50. We will use that video on the show. So a lot of you ugly people in the chat that talk, because a lot of people like to talk about people's appearances. I want to see what you look like.
That's how you feel?
I want to see what you look
Is that why we're doing this?
But they tons of opinions. Tons of opinions.
Hey, Drake, come on the show, man.
Okay.
Come holler at us.
Some of
Go
us
get
like
the
snacks.
album, man.
Some of us like snacks.
Hey, it's Halloween. If you ugly, just wear a mask.
Yeah. You're a little early for the Halloween pageant, but it's been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa!
Let's go.
The honor code, the greatness, the chosen. I'll be waiting for it sometimes.